Hey everyone, and welcome to Tabletop Obscura presents Agents of Edgewatch. Don't mind me, just swearing at the players before we all begin. They're fine.
Brilliant.
Gosh darn kids, get off my lawn.
Jeez, I'm not that old. I'm still in my 30s. I'm in my
Late
30s, that's not
30s.
too old.
You're
Basically dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Nick, we're the same fucking age.
Nick is
No,
youthful
you're-
in spirit, though.
Oh,
Whereas...
You're older than me.
By 2 fucking days!
Eh.
Really? I'm just glad you guys have forgotten when I get your ages.
Hi Chad, how are you tonight?
Hi, chat.
Yeah, I'm alright.
But no, how has everyone's week been?
You know,
You
alright.
know, my week's been really good. And then I went and got some Mexican from this brand new Mexican place that opened up just down the road from my house.
Yeah.
And I'm currently eating it, and it is really disappointing.
Just bland?
It's... I don't know. It doesn't... It's just not doing it for me. Yeah, it is bland. Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Baby.
they kind of replaced the flavor with spice.
Not even that.
Not
I
even
asked
that?
for spicy, and it's not even...
Oh, cool. So it's white people making.
Yeah, I don't even think they know what herbs are. Like,
Baby, call me Taco Bell, because I'm not that hot and I'll be dribbling out your ass later.
Cool.
and I
So-
got chicken, and it had bones in it. That's
I gotta send you
Not good.
one again.
Alright, let's do it.
This isn't the bullpen thing, is it?
What?
No? Okay,
I don't
cool.
want to see anything being shoved into penises, Nick. Please.
You get what you're given.
So we're off to a strong start tonight.
Hops. Yep.
But I too have had a decent week. I've actually had a good week. Development and work on Sinclair's library continues, particularly with the Almanac. We have 2 classes that are currently in the works that will be ready for playtest hopefully soon after the Kickstarter goes live, which will hopefully be even in a week or 2. Hopefully.
Sounds hopeful.
How exciting.
First Kickstarters, always teething issues, but we will be going live with it at some point for Sinclair's library. The Codex and the Almanac. The Codex will include over 150 NPCs that you can drag and drop into your games. Everything from enemies and nemesis to heroes and other random merchants and people that you can just simply run into. As for the Almanac, it will include a bunch of options for players, including the Crest archetype developed by me in this exact stream, though it wasn't really
Whoa.
utilized too much. Thank you for that, Sam.
You're welcome.
There we
Yay.
go.
Cool energy you're bringing to this game.
I am always cool and calculated and definitely never roll below a 5.
No,
Nice.
that is very
That's
true.
awesome.
Except for when, I don't know. How many times was it last week?
Every goddamn time.
I took assurance at birth, IRL, so I'm not very good at anything, but I'm consistently average. And honestly, you know what? That's okay.
Who the fuck wouldn't want to be consistently average at something?
I mean,
Holy shit, that's amazing.
Is it?
I can find some people that are very good at being consistently subpar.
The subpar
I mean-
doesn't count. Average, though. If you get average on anything consistent, you're going places.
Like, middle of the road play? I don't. Okay. No. Not worth it, Ian. Okay!
so who wants to do the
Consistently
recap?
average, and it has made all the difference.
Well, who wants to do the recap? Who remembers
I-
what happened last week?
All I know is Rotten Lemon is definitely on the right page of this. I definitely should be using some weighted dice for making my reflex save. Unless,
Well,
Matt, you've been weighting them against me, then screw you.
You considered putting a small Thomas the Tank Engine in your dice.
Ah, that's a good idea.
No. How about no?
I mean, that is an option, though. A Thomas the Tank Engine in your die is always going to
See-
do well for you.
Seems
Make
to
sure the
favor
low
one
numbers
person.
are up because then it can get out.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Yep,
you can
yep.
get an altered version of it where it has the aberrant version of Thomas the Tank Engine. I would
Oh.
pull that up on stream, but I don't think anyone wants to see that. But who remembers what happened last week?
I don't really remember what happened last week, if I'm honest.
I remember
Um,
the end of it.
Ooh, what happened at the end?
The sky got bad.
Oh.
Do I still
I
have it up?
remember. Yeah, we left the kobolds to dismantle Blackfeather's workshop when we went to sleep. When we woke up from our well-earned rest, yeah, the sky was still dark, unnaturally dark.
Pulsating
Ominously
with rainbows.
dark.
No. It was pulsating with rainbow light, right?
Oh, fuck it! What?
I think
Oh
it
my
was
God.
dark.
Yeah, it was dark.
Had a cool
except
effect
for
that I can only assume he's trying to recreate.
yeah,
Fuck off!
it was dark except for like to the north, which was like some cool rainbow.
And then a rift
poxy.
opened up in the sky and monsters poured.
Yes.
And
No,
then
it's not gonna
Quinty
work
took
for me.
off all its clothes and started dancing.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Mm-hmm. AKA Tuesday.
Is that what happens on a Tuesday?
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
we
if
go.
anyone
For
comes over to
Tuesday?
the forge, you got to get real cool with some shit real quick if you come inside on a Tuesday.
But yes, mostly last week was clearing out the dungeon to make sure things were safe for the kobolds, because we didn't want them kind of showing up there and being like, well, this is deadly.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Shoggoth in a pool of giant ink, so how about we don't get eaten by that? But you managed to defeat the creatures and clear it out so it was safe and sound for them all, and the kobolds will probably go and do their work. But after doing a little bit of shopping and kind of getting your heads back on straight, so to speak, after a bit of a rest, the sky
you do
was in fact a little bit, maybe.
Huh?
The sky did in fact darken though, and it was still well into the morning when it was dark when the explosion happened, and radiant rainbows kind of covered the city for a little while. And that is when chaos erupted all across the city.
Oh,
Not
wow.
chaos.
Blood for the blood god?
We need
Oh.
to contain it in some kind of emeralds, perhaps.
Yes,
Mm.
7
Crushing
emeralds.
in your 30s, crushing in your 30s.
Bit too
But-
real for some people here.
Eventually, the waves do dissipate, and the natural light returns over Absalom.
Oh, okay.
The landscape, however, is still somewhat changed. And for
Reckon-
those who are magically inclined, there is a general sense of there's something wrong with the feel of the city now.
Warped, even.
Yes, maybe. So, what are people doing with their mornings? Hmm.
Where did everyone stay last night?
Place. Your
Yeah.
place.
Max mana.
Which is your
I
place.
would like to. Yeah, the door is at my place. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I would like to seek out Lenore.
Rose is sleeping in one of the beds. Lenore
Mhm.
will be kind of watching the skyline on a little
Mm.
crook.
Yep. I will sidle up next to Lenore and lean on the windowsill. So, what do you make of this sky business?
Lenore kind of twitches her. I just dragged everything out. Give me a second. Lenore kind of twitches her feathers back and forth and kind of just shuffles and then does that weird thing where she just kind of like shakes her head to ruffle her like neck feathers and goes,
Mm-hmm.
actually, she's gonna roll a she's gonna roll a whatchamacallit, a bardic lore check, Matt.
Bardic lore check?
A
Bardic
bardic
lore?
lore. Ooh, 34. I'm gonna re-roll that with my once per day lore re-roll. Sorry, I have to. I'll be back, boys. I'll catch you at the end of the session.
You're fine.
34. I have to open up OneNote and go to evidence.jpg. Thank you. Thank you, game, for re-rolling my 34 into a 34.
Gotta
What
love
does
those hero points.
Lenore know about this happening?
Well, look, even with the 34, and considering some of the things that you've been dealing with, she knows that this was probably some sort of Warpwave, which is an
Okay.
occurrence that happens when there's a massive breach from the Maelstrom. Or the plane of chaos in general. Particularly followed by Proteans breaching in en masse.
Oh,
Lenore will
goody.
turn to you and go, "The work of chaos, Quintus, my dear boy, the work of chaos.
Is that
Obviously not good.
bad? Not good. Bad.
Not
yes.
good.
Presumably, this will fall on us to fix.
Not alone, not alone. You've been gathering allies, you know. I'm sure the kobolds and hopefully the Rippleguard as a whole, and perhaps the Pathfinder Society and the Godless Greycloaks, and maybe even the remnants of Star Watch might come out. We're not without allies, but yes, the day is very dark.
That is
And full of
That is
terrorists?
very true, Lenore. That does make me feel better.
Dude,
Nope, that's the wrong one.
Cool.
Guess we best go find the smartest people around and figure out what we're gonna do, right?
Lenore gives you a long look. Yes, smartest people. Well said. Well said. Why are we here?
So I
Wow,
pulled you
what?
to the wrong place.
Why am I this?
oh, that's old.
Quintus
Good memories. Good memories.
of the
I
Edgewatch
suggest
precinct.
yes. We begin by locating Mrs. Halsey and Mademoiselle Maxwell, and then probably I will wing off to contact the kobolds. Do you have any plans
Yes.
for the day? At least in terms of mustering forces, or any message I should take?
Don't think so. No. But what if, before you leave, we wake Rose up, see what Rose has to say? I'm not sure I'm super helpful, but I'll sort breakfast.
Okay. All right. I'll wake Rosie.
Oh, good luck. Not
He-
the morning person.
Not quite, but he also sleeps nude, so unless you want an eyeful, probably step outside.
I give you a curt nod and double step out.
Lenore sweeps out, pulls the cover off. Rose is sleeping in all his clothes and also clearly not sleeping.
Yeah.
Just kind of sitting there listening and is like, do you want to stay this way forever? Or are you coming down to breakfast? Rose will roll over, stretch his shoulders, and then just look outside the window and go, well, shit. And then head on down to breakfast.
Oh,
Lenore,
right.
Lenore will wing off to rap on the door to Maxwell Manor.
Marta is currently outside.
Oh, okay. Morning, dearie. How did you sleep?
Wait,
Hmm?
hang on a minute. Can you knock on a door that goes to a different
Yeah, sure.
demi-plane and hear that knock?
Specifically with Mage's Magnificent Mansion, kind of.
Alright! Oh, it has a doorbell.
Yeah.
Let's say that works better in my head for some reason.
It has a magical door knocker that is in the shape of Tenebre's tail.
Oh, yeah, alright.
Okay, that's perfect.
Morning,
Yeah.
dearie. How are you today?
Good, yes. Everything's fine.
Is it? I mean, everything's not fine. Most decidedly.
Marta looks down and she's been, with Tenebrae's help using the eclipse to draw out a ritual circle in the dark?
Should I be worried?
No.
Lenore looks at Tenebrae. Should I be worried?
Only if this goes badly wrong.
Is it likely to go badly wrong?
Absolutely not.
Perception check.
Alright, give me a perception check.
Ooh, 35. That's gonna beat your deception DC, Tenebrae.
I mean, he's not being deceptive, so
Well, if he's lying.
he's not.
Did we
cool.
pay the money for Quintus and I to have +3 weapons? I don't remember that, or whether or what we decided that or not.
I don't think you did. You should have definitely done that outside of the. Because fuck that.
No, I
Math
think we did do
sucks.
that outside of the session last time, and then didn't apply it
Matt
or didn't decide on it.
gave Quintus a weapon, and I think that fucked up your mental arithmetic.
Probably.
Anyway.
That happens.
Anyway, detective, if you'll be heading downstairs shortly, we'll be preparing breakfast and reconnoitering for plans for the day. Reconvening, rather.
About that, could you actually ask if people could maybe take breakfast out here and get the guy in charge of the city again? I forget his name.
The Primarch?
That's the dude.
The acting Primarch.
Absolute bitch of a man, yes.
Okay. Lenore
in a
kind
mood.
of flits over toward your shoulder. She's standing on the log, and she flits over to your shoulder, plucks one of her aerials, her like wing feathers,
Okay.
and just kind of leaves it bunched in your hair. You can do whatever you want with it, but it's there for now. And then she will wing off to let Rose know that you're out front, and then to knock on the Primarch's door.
Well,
I can't do this, but
no, we heard that.
That worked.
Yeah.
nice.
Winsel comes to the door and answers it and goes, "Yes."
Morning, Winsel. We were hoping you might reconvene with us out front. We have plans to discuss.
Very well.
Vis-a-vis the city and the whole Age of Darkness thing. Yes?
Well, I don't think it was plans for dinner.
Okay, wonderful. Alright, see you downstairs.
Very well.
Okay, and before I forget, Lenore will also kind of wing towards Quintus as he's cooking,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of just lift your shoulder, just kind of rest her beak against the back of your neck. Go,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Quintus, you're a very good boy, and a very good friend to Rose. Thank you.
I fear I might have ruined breakfast, though. I wanted to make cakes, but all I could find was this pan.
Well, hang on. You did a cooking check and you got a 30. That's definitely enough for cake. Oh, I see. I see. I'm sure
You got there in the end.
fine. You'll do well. Just make shortbread. You ever made shortbread? Shortbread's incredible, delicious, one of the best breads, and it's also cake.
Okay, I'll do that.
Things that
Alright,
are
well-
also cake are pretty great.
And as she leaves, she will also leave another one of her pearls tucked into like either your armor or actually behind your ear. She kind of plucks one of her things and puts it behind your ear, making it maybe a little bit more roguish.
Yep.
And then she'll wing away. She'll alight on the kind of countertop. I guess Rose has been down by now. And like, detective, do you want the doctor present?
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes, please.
All right, cool.
Someone's got something in their throat.
Cool. All right. Well, Lenore has
Try to eat a
obviously
feather.
already done the feather thing to Rose.
Yeah.
He's got one roguishly behind his ear, and so she will take off and head towards Halcyon eventually.
So,
I
Halcyon.
step out of Parva's workshop.
Oh,
Well, that's
Hello,
easy.
Halcyon.
No, she's
up
gone.
early.
She's gone. He wasn't paying enough attention. She's gone.
What?
Bitch.
Oh. Well, I have a wand. Lenore gets 10 feet away, and I'm like, I gesture over to
No.
you,
Dang it.
and she turns around and lands on my shoulder. And then she looks at you consideringly. All right, we're all here. What are we doing?
Well, that is the question, says Winsel as he comes down the stairs.
Detective? did you have in mind?
So what we saw this morning, not good. Correct?
Yes, agreed.
Agreed.
Hang on 1 second. Quintus, darling!
Quintus bustles out with his
There we go.
shield, covered in like pancakes and assorted things to put on pancakes.
Well, this is incredible. Awesome.
Things are turned on in my life.
All right, well,
Morning,
Let's sit.
all. I suspect that we've got a big day ahead of us. I figured we'd start off right with some, well, I don't know, food.
Oh man, I could totally picture big, bulky Quintus with like, massive like flower patterned oven mitts that are actually
Yeah.
really forge
Yeah.
mitts,
Yeah.
and then a massive like metalworking apron on that says like "Kiss the Chef" or something like that. You know what I mean? Completely secure in
Absolutely.
masculinity, like does not care.
Absolutely.
Awesome. That would definitely. I could totally
Yeah.
picture cartoon
And I've
Quintus.
still got my like little white rabbit skin slippers on. Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Quintus, one last thing before we get started. What happened to the toad?
I look around, and there's like a rustling in the bushes over here near the well. I'm like, it's around. The toad and the cat don't get along brilliantly.
Ah, fair enough. All right, well,
Concerning.
let's sit. Let's sit.
The cat
Roast
alights
up
one
looking
of
out
its
for the
eyes to the bush as it rustles.
All right.
So, flat bread or flat cakes for breakfast?
Yeah.
Put them in a pan, so I think I'm calling them panned cakes.
Okay.
And
I see.
I found some like old treacle on a shelf, and there was not quite enough like milk, so I just sort of whipped it until it went creamy. So we'll figure something out.
Nice.
You guys keep talking for a second.
Okay. All right. Detective.
Mata is one of those as it goes past her, so she can continue working, but she eats and talks at the same time.
Nice. Classy.
So, damn, these are good. I have an idea, since we're all here, including you, Mr. Primarch.
So what was that? I was involved in pancakes.
Yeah, no, this is... God damn. We send out a message to the whole city.
Okay.
Have our champion tell everyone that there's no reason to be alarmed. We have everything safely under control. And rally our forces at a certain point.
Okay. So, one.
And our forces count as anyone who basically wants to fight.
Well,
Between him and you, I think we have a pretty good shot at things.
I've never been the greatest public speaker, but I can give it a shot. What
about you,
we say to
Quintus?
the public is one thing, though.
I've known to orate a couple of times. Ooh, Quintus doesn't know that word. I could talk to people. I could definitely get people's attention.
Hell yes, you can.
That I'm not concerned about. And what we say to the public is one thing, but the question I have to ask is, what do we know about this?
We know that Terimor caused it. We know that, for the most part, chaos is behind this, and as such, anyone capable of forging lawful weapons is at a premium and should probably be protected and at least begin mass production. We know that the kobolds, i.e. the Rippleguard, the Grey Cloaks, Starwatch, what's left of it, and Edgewatch are likely to work with us without too many questions. The Coins is likely compromised. The Pathfinder Society is likely to come to our aid, though hesitant to intervene at first. We need some coercing. To put it simply, we have lots of options for where to begin recruiting allies.
We have friends. That is important. As for the Pathfinder Society, if past experiences regarding them being attacked or the city being assaulted, they'll come to aid in the darkest hour of the city. But they will probably close ranks first. all the Pathfinder agents in the city will get recalled to the lodge, and the gates and the walls will be closed.
Theatrical nobodies.
It's what they did last time.
And a lot of good.
But when things actually started to get particularly scary and the walls were breached, that's when the society came in and swung in on a chandelier, as they tend to do, and did their part in saving the day. Holy shit, Halcyon.
Welcome to crafting.
Yeah, no. But, so we have allies, but what do we know about this, whatever it was that happened this morning? I'm not completely up on the arcane.
A portal to the plane of chaos has been opened. Creatures are spilling through. I don't remember what the buzzword you used was. A shattering? No.
A warpwave?
Wave.
A warp wave has occurred from the plane of chaos. Likely incited by Terimor.
Okay. So,
Under the control of Mistama.
well, this definitely confirms that it's outside of the purview of Nogabur now, doesn't it?
Yes.
Not that we really had any doubt at this point anyway. So, we tell the public that everything's under control when things really are not.
We
God,
don't want to
no.
cause a mass panic.
We
Oh,
want
no,
people
I agree.
barricaded in their homes, don't we? Unless they're capable of flooding this, setting it on fire, which would defeat the point of a hostile takeover, then the best place for people to be is in their homes, out of the way. Right? Hostages can only be used against us.
Theoretically, but it depends on the forces we're up against. If they're Protean, then they might, in fact, just want to raise the entire city to the ground.
Fucking Terimor.
If we're dealing with something a little bit more intelligent or a little less chaotic, then we don't know is the main problem.
Didn't old Reggie boy say that Terimor's goal was divinity? Wouldn't they be going for the Starstone?
Hey, Winsel.
Yes, detective.
So about Reggie.
Yes.
Oh,
We're
Did you
gonna
kill
go
him?
We're gonna go talk to him today.
So you didn't kill him?
In a few hours. He's a little tied up at the moment.
Tied up?
turned around. Yeah.
You didn't just tie him somewhere and leave him there, did you?
No.
Oh.
Not literally.
Not literally. Okay, so what did you do with Reginald?
I don't even begin to understand. And then I turn and look at the detective.
Well, we kicked him out because he was going to blow up on us. And then we decided, just in case he wanted to come back a bit too quickly and then blow up on us, we kind of locked him out.
We
We
put
sent
him
him to an
somewhere
alternate-
safe.
We sent him to an alternate dimensions and locked him there.
Oh, okay. So magic bullshit.
He'll be
Exactly.
yes.
Just nods.
Magic bullshit. He'll
Now-
be back.
Look, I have a sword. I'm good at leading people.
Wonderful.
Magic's beyond me.
So
I-
when he comes back, we're going to be talking to him, and part of a suggestion we made to get him onto our side, and thus the knowledge that he possesses is kind of, we may have said something about putting him on the next High Council.
I'm sorry, what?
Come
you know,
on!
like a spy master.
Yeah. He's an axiomite. You probably can't trust him, but what kind of spy master can you trust?
He's an axiomite.
That's correct.
He's an axiomite that works for Norga, but that's two things you know about him that can be used against him.
Or, alternatively, just keep him on a short leash.
Or both.
Or both.
Norgabites hate people who know things about them.
Okay. But considering the damage he's personally done to the city, Because you
Desperate
all know this is
times.
currently being blamed on the Shadow Absalom, right?
Yes, but desperate times?
I just sort of point at the sky.
Quite right.
And although the waves have calmed down by this point, there is a kind of rainbow hue over everything. It's subtle, but it is there, especially when you actually look for it.
So here's the good thing about Shadow Absalom and blaming it on them. This is like the opposite of that. So I think you'll have a fair easy time spinning it in the opposite direction.
Okay, no, look. Anyone with some magical nouns about them, of course, they won't believe it. But that's not the majority of people, is it?
Look, mostly this is about leverage. We don't have a lot to push the Reginald with. We can threaten violence, but we'd rather not. So, alternatively, you let us give the proposition of Spymaster to Reginald, and then once the city is safe and alive, we can deal with the consequences.
He has valuable information that we can use currently.
He also has an army of automatons, which may or may not be scrapped by now, but still.
I was about
And
to
if he-
say, if you played
if
out
he's
his dungeon.
the Spymaster, that probably means there's a city to be the Spymaster. The
Yes.
other option, there might not be.
Excellent, excellent point, Quintus. I knew you were my favorite for a reason. Hey!
So, making him Spymaster, I don't see a huge issue with it. Most people don't know how much he's actually been involved in all of this. My main concern is we can trust him not to be trusted.
That's good, right?
It is, but having to constantly look over my shoulder is not something I appreciate.
Do you think there's anyone else in the city right now who could take the position of spy master, who would be both well-informed, capable, and you could trust them? If so, we're all ears, honestly.
Which is appreciated.
He
The fuck
can't
is
be
this?
your worst choice.
It's Winslow
That's
Starboard.
Winsel Starboard.
Hello.
I was looking for his picture and I finally found it.
Dude, contouring. Contouring's a hell of a drug, huh?
Yeah.
But,
Cut yourself on those cheekbones.
right?
Yes, go ahead.
He's a handsome fucker.
Yes, go ahead.
But does he have pancakes?
I thought you were gonna say, does he have pants on? Because his belt's around. Never mind.
He does have a breastplate on. He doesn't have his full armor kit on.
Anyway, alright, so, to recap, we have permission to offer Reginald, aka the Rumormonger, Acolyte of, or Chosen of Norgaba, the position of Spymaster for Primarch of Absalom. Yes?
At least until I can find someone better for the job, or at least someone more
Okay,
trustworthy.
Wonderful. Yes. Alright. Who am I contacting?
What?
I have a small cadre of pigeons at my disposal. Useless beasts as they are, they at least have the intelligence to be carriers, and I have some, shall we say, threats to use against them.
Is that Lenore talking?
Yes.
Yep. Quintus, like, half a mouthful of food. Better not be encouraging pigeons to come around here.
I will do my best to keep them away. They know this is my territory. So, we have messenger pigeons, we have followers. Who are we contacting first, and where are we meeting them?
Marta just sort of motions to the work on the ground she's been doing. We can contact everyone.
Okay, what are we telling them, though? Mobilize, stay in your homes, evacuate. Oh, you're adorable.
We will get to that in a second. But,
My suggestion would be to calm the general citizenry, tell them that everything's under control and okay, and anyone
It's
who
not.
wishes. We know that, but they don't have to.
Winsel just nods along.
And anyone willing and able to fight, come to, let's say,
The Dragon's Veil.
I was thinking Edgewatch.
Edgewatch could be compromised.
Dragon's Veil would be...
Perhaps not big
Forecasting.
enough.
Edgewatch isn't that large either. The
No, but I
barracks
don't want
and
to
grounds.
target here.
Okay.
What about the park? The Druid Park that's nearby here.
The big tree,
Yeah.
which is named... Big Tree.
The tree which Maldwin was buried under.
That's the one. Yep.
That's the bitch.
There's a throwback for you.
Mm-hmm.
Big
Maldwin? Hardly know her.
tree.
Wait, that's not how that joke works.
It was a little bit before your time.
Oh, it was as my time.
No, that's right. It was too. God. Fuck, this has been a journey. Sorry.
Mhm.
It's just,
having a bit of a callback moment.
yeah, just like. Okay, so personal convention. I've been running games
Grand
for the Grand Halt. There you go. I've been running
Nice.
games for over a decade now, and this is the highest I've ever managed to get any of my campaigns.
Man, it was so cool.
We are, yes.
It's,
So
It's a
we
lot.
gather
But-
our forces at the Grand Halt in a day or two.
I mean, in a day or two will work. As long as we can trust people. Your Rippleguard, can they be trusted?
Through and
Absolutely.
Okay, well, the immediate answer is actually very comforting. There have been increasing reports of heightened kobold activity throughout the city. I'm guessing that's them.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Just assuming.
Just shoot Rose a look.
Sorry, I'm researching ways to ward a location.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
You.
Increased
Questioning whether the
kobold
Rippleguard
activity.
are trustworthy.
Who said they weren't?
No one said that they weren't. The question was asked, and
By
we all
who?
like
Winsel.
Winsel. He was like, "Can we trust them?" And we all were just like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Rose's head whips around to Winsel.
Yeah.
Lenore's head whips around to Winsel, and Chorus like gets off the wall and dusts off his fucking hands. Like, we gonna hang on? Wait, why are there two choruses? Chorus, get out of here. You're not needed.
There's
Can't do
two.
them. There's two of them. Yes. One next to the park.
Oh, okay.
One is rifling through our loot. The other one's down in the corner. I trust Rippleguard with my life. Yes. Sorry. Weird reaction. But what the fuck, Winsel?
What does he know?
He didn't know.
I cast
Fair.
dimensional. I walk to the center of the property and cast dimensional lock. It's big enough to ward the whole place.
Brilliant.
Okay, so 24 hours. Anyway, I'm
I
gonna
need you to make an occult check.
Okay, holy shit. All right, please roll well. It's not been. Oh, perfect. Great.
That's
Nice.
actually pretty good.
Good roll.
Because the Dragon's Veil already kind of coincides with the Boneyard, so to speak,
Oh.
Yeah.
or the ethereal plane,
Mhm.
there is a little bit of pushback from it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Well, then I want to talk to it. I'm a bard. My job is to attune
Talk to the
things-
ethereal plane?
No, talk to
Talk
whatever
to the
kind
link.
of. Yeah, talk
Like
to
a
the link.
pumps.
Yeah, I'm a bard. It's my job to kind of bring harmony into like disparate frequencies. So I'll do my best to weave the dimensional lock in such a way that it won't interact with the boneyard and the kind of spiritual side of the Dragon's Veil. What do you want?
Well,
You want performance and make it a super hard DC, or do you want occultism?
What's a burger?
no, I had a chicken parmesan earlier today. It was actually quite nice.
Thanks for sharing. Damn.
You're welcome.
What the fuck?
Hello.
Nick, did you do that?
That
No.
was not, that's not
Nope.
one of mine.
That's some sort of chaos being, surely.
A creature, dragon-like in shape and countenance, but feathered,
Oh, it's a psychopomp.
Oh, okay.
Kind of steps out from the ethereal plane and kind of stands beside all of you.
Quintus was the pan that was like up over his shoulder, baseball bat style, onto the hot plate, whatever the fuck it's called.
Name yourself, large one. I'll do for you. You don't scare me.
It kind of leans in real close to Lenore.
Lenore pops back down onto the table off Rose's shoulder. Gets behind Rose.
I am the Amirage of Absalom. This is one of my locations. Someone was preventing me access.
Trying not to. Oop, hang on. Sorry, I gotta take that call. Fuck, hang on a bit.
Oh, are those pancakes?
They are, would you like?
I wouldn't mind on one, actually.
Alright. I will rustle him up
Why did he get real small?
a panned cake. They go really well with these berries that I found.
Oh, nice. He shrinks down to a more reasonable size
Mm-hmm.
and kind of just
Quintus,
sits down at the table.
what have we said about trying berries that you just find?
Overripe elderberries. Whoa.
I gave some to Chorus first.
Chorus doesn't have a digestive tract, Quintus. Chorus can't
Even-
taste.
Is that?
You're dumb.
Oh, well, I think they taste pretty good.
Well, the Amirage kind of sets to work on the pancakes.
We are experiencing some, and I like gesture to the sky, unprecedented times here, and we meant no disruption. We're trying to resolve it. We just need to protect this place a bit without interfering with your operations. And I'm sure my good friend here is just working out the kinks to do both.
I'm back. Sorry.
It's all good.
Nice.
That was you.
Perfect.
That was uni. Alright, what am I charged with?
Working out the kinks of
Murder.
keeping this place protected and not interrupting the
Yeah, exactly.
normal operations.
Alright, well, I mean, I was trying to do that. You know, attune things, not keep everyone out.
Well, you were successful, or at least our combined efforts were successful.
Okay, cool. I didn't. Oh my god, you're so much smaller than you were. Okay, cool. Is he eating pancakes?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, cool. Well done, Quintus. Alright, well, I mean, we're good then, yes? We're good then? We're good?
Well, now that I'm here, I want to ask about this whole Warpwave incident as well.
Okay. I look at the detective.
Because this is a breach between planes. You know that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes?
It was not our doing, just
Yeah, this
FYI.
what not
We're
on
not-
us.
We're not for this.
We are trying to fix this.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you're getting to that. And you have a plan, I heard that much.
We're planning on having a plan.
I mean, you know, if an army of the dead wants to help out, I hear that works out pretty well for which army ever has that.
Well, that was one of the things I was going to ask.
Yes, please.
What assistance we can give is somewhat limited, but if this is a proper incursion from the Maelstrom, then this could break the spiral.
Okay, cool. Well, the sanctity of the Lupin Spiral is very important, I'm sure.
And,
What exactly are you offering?
well, not necessarily the dead to be at your aid, because that's not what we do. But we do have a large force of psychopomps in the area.
Okay, holy sh... Alright.
If needed, of course.
Aren't all psychopomps, like, pretty super fucking badass?
Yep.
So Nosoi, which are kind of the ravens with the like Dr.
Not
Masks,
so much.
they're mostly just, scribes, talkers, that kind of thing. The Catalinas or the Katrinas, depending on which mythology you're pulling them from, tend to just be embassies or diplomats. They take people from one place to another, guides, so to speak. But yeah, things like the Vamp are the Esobok as well, which are crocodile hound boys. Actually, can I?
Okay, cool. Windows, I don't think we have enough pancakes.
I think I saw more flour in the back downstairs.
There's a proper look at one.
I'll help. Yeah, awesome.
Terrifying.
Everything the light touches and all that.
It's the circle of
Yeah.
life.
It's the circle of death. All right. Well,
Long live the
we
king.
will, I'm sure I speak for all. Say we would love every bit of assistance that you're willing to offer. And if you would need from us in recompense for that, or just defending territory, I'm sure we could work something out.
Well, of course, we'll be defending this area, and we'll be in contact with the local Church of Pharasma. Because there is a Church of Pharasma in the Precipice District.
Oh, we
Well,
know.
we know. We've been there a
heard
couple
about them.
times.
Yes.
They're marvelous works.
Their marvelous works in dealing with the undead in the area. Which the Edgewatch has not had to help out with whatsoever.
No, not at all. All right. Well, cool. Is there anything you need from us? Any kind of strategic points or perhaps artifacts that are being mixed up in this that you want us to keep a lookout for? Have you
Nothing.
heard any rumors?
Are
Sorry.
there rumors? Give me a diplomacy check.
No, I was just doing the typical RPG thing of, you go to you meet a new NPC, you ask them, you want
Yeah.
diplomacy?
Yeah.
We'll
Ooh, 35.
put down a second helping of
Oh,
pancakes.
that's an aid.
Aid.
Check. That's
To
an aid.
aid.
Check.
That is an
You're
aid.
You're legendary. That's a 39 from both of us.
He kind of looks at the pancakes, looks to you, goes, the Axiomites might be making a move.
The Axiomites? Fuck. We don't need more people fighting over the city.
No,
For or
okay.
against.
There are treaties and pacts in place to make sure that the war that tends to go on between the Axiomites and the Proteans does not spill out into the material plane. Unfortunately, if there is a planar incursion from the Proteans, then that gives the Axiomites an excuse to assault.
Okay.
Same.
It's not so much that they'll be attacking the material plane itself or attacking anyone here. It's just they'll be... Well, people will get caught in the middle.
Mm-hmm. They did it, so can we. Kind of thing.
When you have two very large creatures, outsiders, fighting one another, it's everyone else that's caught in the crossfire.
Agreed. Alright, cool. Well, we need to get a move on for today. It's been lovely talking to you, but we don't really have the time.
No,
We need to-
that's fair.
We need to get our message. We need to get our message out to the city.
Thank you for the pancakes.
I look at Quintus.
Anytime.
He ruffles his feathers.
Yep.
Well, I'll be around. And with that, he kind of disappears in a vortex of feathery goodness.
Lenore hops back from up underneath the table, mutter imprecations under her breath. All right. What's our message, detective? What are we sending out? I'm just gonna let you. I trust you. So what are we doing? Don't panic. Everything's fine, under control. If you're willing to mobilize, come to Edgewatch. Oh no, sorry, Edgewatch.
Grandhold.
Grand Hold.
I look at Winsel and Quintus. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You tell me what to say and I'll say it.
That was basically it.
Well,
All right.
if we're
So
doing a
just
general...
step in the circle and say it. Is that how this works?
So, detective, what does the ritual actually look like? What does the spell look like?
It is mostly a bunch of triangles within circles. There's space in between for two people to stand within, and 3 people on the outside doing the necessary checks for a ritual.
Considering you're doing a variation on Mass Bullhorn, essentially, I'm not going to
Sure.
make you roll for it. Because the difficulty would be so ridiculously below you at the moment.
But I would like to involve
There we go.
everyone.
I was about to say someone's
Can
drawing
you-
a circle.
Can you put it in chat?
What in chat?
The ritual.
I don't have. This is something I've made up.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
You know that thing that we talked about where it's like you're practitioners of magic so you can just make shit up?
Sometimes I just do bullshit.
I love it. Let's do.
And we have a circle as well.
Cassian.
Halcyon is. We should really cast more rituals because he's the most useful motherfucker when you cast rituals. He has everything. He can help with everything.
Level 12. It will be literally able to help with all magic.
Nice.
Alright, so how much are we telling the public? Stay safe? Are we telling them also to go to the Grand Hold?
I'd probably leave the Grand Hold just for people who want to fight.
Alright. Well,
Maybe avoid whatever the keep's name is.
the Azanti Keep? I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that'll be
that.
up to you.
No, as in tell them to avoid.
Okay, very well. Now, Champion of Absalom, I think it'd be best if you started it all off.
Absolutely.
But before you start talking,
Oh.
Matar, dear
Yeah.
detective, I will get an Arcana check from you.
Uh-oh.
Rose and Halcyon, if you want to assist, you can.
Okay.
Ooh,
Though I
can
don't
do
think
that.
you'll need to.
Lenore jets off looking for someone in the city with the private sanctum spell. Okay.
Wait. She's gonna look for someone who's cast Private Sanctum.
She's
Probably
look-
that
no,
tattoo
she-
dude
she's-
caravan.
She's either she'll head Roger first. See if
Yeah.
he's got the spell, and then she'll duck off to the Grand Bazaar looking for the scroll.
Ah. Well, Roger does have the Private Sanctum. Spanktum?
Okay, how much does he want for it? He wants standard fare 60 GP.
For the scroll, yes.
Okay, cool. Hand it over, bring it back, and Rose casts it. And
Alright.
it just, as soon as Rose kind of do this, pretend I did this like an hour ago when I
Yeah.
did Dimensional Lock.
Yeah.
And just as soon as Rose cast it, just like a wall of blackness just descends around the area. I will actually, sorry, not, we actually, never mind, we don't see anything. Never mind, nothing happens as far as we know.
Something magical happens that we
Yeah.
are not aware of.
No scrying, no mind reading, and doesn't look like, yeah, we can't be spied on. All right, done. Let's do the ritual. Sorry.
You're right. Okay, well, detective, with that's more than enough. You can alter the parameters of the spell of this ritual as much as you like.
Right.
With the assistance from Halcyon, you've scored a critical success.
The way I'm figuring this like pans out is,
Yep.
you know, in those modern day things where a hacker has taken over all the entertainment in a city,
Yeah.
kind of like that, except like magical holograms.
Yep.
Ooh. No, I do actually like that. I wish I could visually represent it a little bit better, but
Oh, fuck, that's a cool image. Like, all the magically enchanted quills in the city that are, like, enchanted to never run out of ink, start writing out the message.
Well,
All
it's,
of, like,
it's
the-
shadow magic as well, right? So like the
Oh my God.
shadows of like us talking are seen in people standing on the street, shadows on the ground. Like suddenly their shadow is Quintus's shadow, and it starts talking. That's all.
Okay, well that's fucking incredible. Holy shit. Alright, go.
All right. There we go.
This is you, Bill. It's your speech, brother.
You'll be going
People
first.
of Absalom, hear me. It is I, champion of the arena, Quintus Stonebreaker Geraldus. I come to you in a dark hour, but I urge you, all citizens, to remain alert, but not anxious in these trying times. We are currently beset upon by the forces of chaos. But we stand forward as a shining beacon of hope to correct the injustices done upon this city. I charge every willing person that wishes to see the safety of their city remain intact to meet me. What's it called?
Grand Hold.
At the Grand Halt tomorrow at noon.
All right.
I have acting Primarch Winsel Stubborn with me to discuss further.
This is acting Primarch Winsel Starborn. Despite some of the rumors you may have heard recently, it is my place to inform you that these are in fact incorrect. Shadow Absalom is not attacking us. This is an incursion from the Maelstrom, being orchestrated by certain members of the
thank
Grand
God.
Council. Because of this, you may not trust everything that you see with your eyes, but understand that those who are in power and have your best interests at heart are working their hardest to make sure that you are safe and this ends as quickly as possible. Good luck and good hope to all of you. Absalom will stay strong, as we have countless times before. We have weathered worse than this. We are a strong people, and we will continue to be strong. And he just kind of turns to you, Detective.
As the ritual begins to end, Mata uses some of the inherent shadow magic to find one particular shadow
Yep.
and just whispers into it, "We're coming for you."
Goosebumps.
Ooh, okay. Well,
We need people ready to coordinate relief efforts and stuff too. That'd be like, or at least start designating shelters for if people get like houses or blocks or districts get out of the conflict.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice if we could just fortify one specific part of the city. Matt, could you take us to the world map, to
Sure.
the city map, real quick?
we'll just activate it.
What's the most central friendly district? The Coins is not friendly to us. That's dickheads. Ascendant Court is Godless
East
Greycloaks,
Gate.
right?
And you know for a fact that they were armoring up is
God,
probably
stop fucking music. Alright, it just keeps starting again and blaring in my ear. Keep going.
You know that the Ascendant Court itself is, well, the Grey Cloaks were preparing for war. They
Okay.
were scaling all their equipment, they were getting their armor on it, and they were preparing their magics for an assault. Foreign Quarter maybe as well, the Colosseum is there.
Okay, so either Foreign Quarter... Oh, the fuck's the Ascendant Court? Too big to fortify. There's no way.
Well, no,
I get-
you
It
can't.
would be
You can't
problem
fortify the
to-
entire place, but maybe the
We could
central
fortify
area.
we could by the precipice quarter fucking easily. That's only really 2 sides to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't exactly get the whole precipice quarter. Anyway, that's for when things get much worse. For now, we're okay. All right, what's our next
Yeah, I
action?
think
Go ahead.
that's like literally up to the watchers, right? Like, I would hope that Orlo would head that up in Precipice Quarter, and they would know the other people in the other watches that are actually on the level to be able to coordinate the equivalent things in their respective districts.
Yep. Excellent point.
Well, especially if they've received word from the acting Primarch or from Pinsel himself, they should do something at the very least.
And they would know the like presence of the correct churches that are around would probably help as well.
Yeah.
Excellent points. Okay. All right. I'm convinced we're gonna, for the most part, be okay. I would have preferred if we had evac shelters, basically. But fuck it. City's going to war. People hopefully have bunkers. All right.
People
What's
will
our next-
have bunkers, and there
what's our
are
next
bunkers across Absalom.
Yeah, Absalom gets attacked pretty much on the reg. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Absalom doesn't often get attacked from within Absalom, though, right?
True.
It's usually outside forces.
So, not to do a
It's
full
okay.
lore dump, but
Okay, I'll say.
not too long ago, I think it was about 50 years ago in game time, there was the civil war that was started within the Pathfinder Society itself.
Okay, great. Thanks, Pathfinder Society. You've indicated.
Drop it again.
They
All
had
right.
they had a little bit of a coup, and one side of the coup decided to start attacking the rest of the
A
city.
little bit of a coup.
Yeah.
A little bit of treason. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
Daisy coup.
Coup?
Um,
Literally looks up.
We should go see about Reginald.
Okay, is that where we're going now?
Yes, we
Where do we
want to
want?
be late to that, I assume.
Where do we want to be? We've got a couple hours till he pops up. We've got like at least 2 or 3 hours.
You do.
So, where do we want to marshal leaders? Who are we considering the leaders of various forces? So, the Nozoi will come back hopefully and let us know what they're bringing for. That was a Nozoi, right?
No, that was a Yamager. Something like that.
That was a-
Yamaraj.
Yamaraj. Nozoi is the collective, the group collective, yeah?
That's the one that can be a familiar.
Oh, fuck. I thought that was...
You're
Oh, no,
thinking of
that's right.
Psychopomp.
Psycho.
That's right. Okay, Psychopop is the group collective. Okay. Well, the Yamager will hopefully come back here. Does that mean we want to send for Rekarek and Orlo and the Godless Greycloaks and get at least one member all here?
Probably, yeah. It's probably a good idea.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, Lenore. Let's set like a quarrel. Oh, hang on. First of all, she goes over to Halcyon and just goes,
Mhm.
"Oh, it's just 2 seconds, dearie." And she takes out a little bit of worked metal. Do you chance have your ears pierced as Halcyon?
No.
Damn. Hang on.
Roach.
Last session, Marta had sent out some letters.
Yep.
That's true.
She sent them out to all of her contacts to meet at the Dragon Vale.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. As of today? When?
Probably today.
Okay.
At some point, it's fine.
Lenore will thread one of her feathers through a piece of string and hang that around your neck.
Oh.
Okay, cool. And then you will flap her wings and coral and cast what it was, speak between us on all of us.
And telepathic switchboard,
Telepathic board, yeah, telepathically linked on all of us.
Nice.
whatever that spell is actually called. We know what it
Question
does.
for Bill. Has Matt given you a brand new weapon yet?
I don't know, Matt.
I think I have altered it. I just
Okay,
didn't
cool.
change it too much.
Is
Well,
it a
then-
+3?
Sam's trying to do our budgeting.
Not that one. Sorry. This one.
Not yet, but that can be easily changed.
That's
We
a
can-
damage. That's a damage roll, and we can't tell.
Striking
you
rune
want-
plus 2d10.
That's a striking rune.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Can you give us
Roll
the
the hit.
Wait, isn't that Thermal Lance? Isn't that the one you've been using? I thought you got. Wait.
Yeah, you need.
It was
It's-
effectively just a copy. Like
Oh, it was just a thermal lance. Okay, cool.
No, it should be dueling fire damage.
Okay, well, we'll find that out later. We don't have to go into combat yet. Alright, so Nick's already arranged meeting ships here. Awesome.
Leadership's probably a strong word.
Did you message the kobolds and the grey cloaks?
Think like Roger and Trip and Charm and
Okay,
etc.
your personal contacts.
Okay, well, if we're bringing backstories into this, can I get off to the lighthouse chat?
You can.
Since they're into police and see if they've got anything?
Yep, no, you can absolutely do that.
Okay, well, Lenore will... Oh, fuck, I don't really want to send Lenore to the lighthouse, though, and that's not a done deal. Lenore will bully one of her pigeon cohorts into carrying a message requesting the presence of Alexandria, the dragon's veil, in the Precipice Quarter.
Well, Slick will be happy to send that message along.
Okay, perfect. Ah, Slick, that's even have a new pigeon carrier. Fuck, it's storming all over again.
We're bringing it all back, baby.
Hey, it's Slick. All right, and then Lenore will herself wing off to go see Rekarek.
Yep.
She'll bully another pigeon off to go see. I took the minions feat, by the way, Matt, and I'm flavoring that as I have minions in each town where that will do my bidding.
Yep.
As a performer, and I'm just flavoring that as Lenore has pigeons. Is that cool?
Lenore bullied pigeons.
Lenore bullies pigeons. I mean, technically I could tell you humans are doing it, but it's cooler than
Nah,
it's.
pigeons is way cooler.
Yeah,
cool,
pigeons is a lot better.
Okay,
Go with the pigeons.
I did take the feat. All right. So another pigeon wings off with a message for the Grey Cloaks, asking them to meet here sometime during the day. RSVP, please.
All right. So, now are you going to go and see Reginald first?
You want to just time magical timey-wimey and pretend that that's happening earlier in the day?
The Reginald thing, yes.
Okay, cool. Done. Let's go.
Well, I'm not going to drag you all the way back to the depths of his dungeon.
That's fine.
Thank you. Very kind.
But, upon arrival, a couple of things are quite obvious.
Oh no. It's a pit.
It's not a pit,
Okay.
but it has been picked clean.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly the upper
the
floor.
kobolds are thorough.
Yeah, no. Like, even as you're leaving, there's a couple of wagons out front that are putting the last of the crates up onto them, and they're starting to move them away. There's a couple of hurried salutes as they get them loaded and get them on the way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, moving through Eyes on Absalom, the furniture has been removed. All the paper, all the books also removed.
Nailed down.
We did tell them.
Pretty
Even
much.
if it was nailed down, the nails would have been stolen anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they were told to scavenge the place, and that's what they've done. Regarding the two secret passageways down into the depths of the dungeon, both have been forced open, and then some sort of mechanical device has been placed to make sure that they stay open.
Yep.
Looking down one of the central holes that's been revealed, the gears have been removed.
Mm-hmm.
Did Rose collect his immovable rods yet?
Yes, he did. So every gear, every cog has been removed.
Mm-hmm.
And there are even sections as you move down the stairs and into the bottom areas where the floor's been ripped up as well. So
Yep.
they can get better
Floor was
access to the...
Gears
Yeah.
in between the levels.
Most startling of all, the grand cog that was at the bottom is missing.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Ow!
They got
Wasn't
that
it
thing
like-
out already.
Wasn't
Love
that thing like 12 across?
How'd they get it through the door?
I mean, if you're asking, you can do a
Okay,
roll for it.
threat of holding.
No!
Lots of pieces. Lots
Or
of little
threat of
pieces.
holding. I don't know.
Go find Reginald, goddamn, before he's gone too.
Well, it is Reginald who kind of walks down the corridor from
Oh,
where he was
no.
left.
Beat him here.
Kind of looking very shocked, disheveled, as if he hasn't slept. As he kind of makes his way across one of the gangplanks, just looking aghast at everything.
Hey, bud, I think we won your challenge.
Okay, so I don't like to swear, but no shit.
We did
Mata
offer-
is actively like cry laughing.
We did offer you an accord, to be fair. It didn't have to come to this.
No, I know. As he comes into the main room, he kind of looks to where he kind of has that look on his face of cognitive dissonance, where something's missing, but it's just, where the hell's my cog?
Yeah, cognitive dissonance, yeah. Oh.
Excellent question.
With
We
the
were wondering that too.
Where did they get it out?
How? I don't know. I don't know.
This
It's
is
nearly a day.
They are resort.
Resourceful.
Now they're resourced.
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, enough scrap metal to keep them going for next 100 years at least.
Join
So-
the strength of our allies.
I think we're having a discussion about whether we're capable or not. Winter says, as he's holding a rolled up pancake in between two fingers, and he's like slowly eating it.
Like Bugs Bunny eats the carrot.
yeah, exactly. Right.
On a more serious note, Reginald, there's been a wave.
Yeah, he won't be happy with that. Good point. Yes.
A wave?
A warp wave.
A warp wave from the plane of chaos.
Okay, so she's accelerated her timetable then. Sorry, I knew this was going to happen. I just didn't think she'd do it this quickly.
It's kind of
Thanks for letting us know.
unslings his loot from his shoulder. Are you with us, Reginald?
Am I what?
Are you with us, Reginald?
Yes, I'm with you. Sorry,
Okay.
let me rephrase that. As long as you're against Terimor, I'm with you.
Okay.
Because I have been given little of a choice.
Correct.
Correct.
There are
Alright,
other choices to go somewhere else.
I hope to God he's not wearing his shoes.
He is not wearing his shoes.
What's wrong with his shoes?
No, I just like the idea that they took them.
Stole the shoe.
Yeah.
Oh. Surely he had his. Oh no, that's right. He was in his other form that was like barefoot and almost bare-chested when he
Yeah.
was sent away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that they left him his tie though. They had enough decorum to let the man get dressed. All right, we're having a meeting of leaders of the resistance, quote unquote, in an hour and a half at the Dragon's Mill.
Okay.
Are you in?
Yes. Where's the
Okay.
Dragon's Veil?
We can take you there.
Hospice Quarter.
Before
Okay.
we go, however,
Yes.
is there anything you need to tell us that would be useful information to have?
You massive prick.
Define useful.
Look,
No.
and I gesture around the space. We haven't held back. You shouldn't either.
See, I don't know whether to call for a diplomacy or an intimidate check there.
How about both and we average it?
Diploma date.
Diplomate?
Oh,
dear.
no.
Oh no.
It negates the natural one. It's an average.
It's just an average roll. Are you going to assist with this, Mater?
Yes. Both, I guess.
Is that what we're
Yeah,
doing?
why not?
Intimidation, intimimancy.
Diplomancy. Is this like diplomancy?
So Bill gets a 34, we'll call it, and Nick
That's a-
gets a 42.
It's
No,
an intimidation
41.
magic.
Alright, so about a 38, Matt. About a
I make-
38.
I make a pretty good point, but I
You do.
also spill pancake down my front as I speak.
And Marta's just looking at him unblinking like a psychopath.
It's horrifying.
Rose just shrugs his shoulders, looks to Halcyon like, what can we do?
Not much.
So, a part of my purpose here was to act as a go-between for Axis itself, between the Church of Norgaber
Okay.
As such, I'm pretty sure the Axis will have known what's happened here.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. We already got told that the Axamites are making a move.
Alright. Well, if you know that already, I can try to stall them.
Cool. I was hoping for more stuff against Terimor right now.
He kind of looks around and goes, Alright. Are you aware of her scepter?
Nope.
Nope. We know nothing.
She was given a artifact by Mastama herself when they did the Godcaller ritual. The scepter is known as the Cane of the Maelstrom. Within the crystal on the top of it contains the imprisoned essence of an ancient primordial protean. A
Neat.
protean god, so to speak. This is why the proteans are listening to her. This also is slowly sending her insane. Further, it also makes her immortal.
There's worse things than death.
There are worse things than death, but understand that she is quickly becoming less material and more outsider. There is, however, well,
Good news about us and outsiders.
there is a way to stop her, though.
Go ahead.
There is an artifact known as the Radiant Spark.
Okay.
I had Ori agents sent out into the city looking for where it was buried, and we believe we have found the entrance to it.
Wonderful.
If you can find the Radiant Spark, claim it, do whatever you need to get it back, then you'll have one very strong weapon against Terimor when you actually go and face her. I was going to get it myself, but you have proven yourselves more capable than I am.
Oh, shit. So where is it?
It's in the Precipice Quarter.
You want to narrow that down?
I take out one of my maps of Absalom, fold it up so that the place in the Precipice Quarter is there, and throw them at.
He points to an area in the Precipice Quarter,
Okay, cool.
but
What's that area, Matt?
He didn't point to the Dragon's Veil, did he?
he did not point to the Dragon's Veil. There's already enough beneath the Dragon's
There's
Veil.
that sub basement.
We missed
Wow.
Listen,
What a sweet.
at this rate, no one should go more than a foot under the Precipice Quarter. There's just shit happening
So
in there.
undermined. Well, the whole city is, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
All of Absalom is built upon Absalom itself.
yeah.
As is the tradition with older cities, when a city floods, you just build over the top of it again and start over.
It's city. It's
Gonna you
Absalom's
live
all the
all-
way down. Looking at you, New Orleans.
Yeah, no, pretty much. I think
Alright.
their inspiration was more New York than New Orleans, but it's a similar situation.
13th word. Alright. Well, I think that'll be good.
There was one other thing.
Yes.
The Graveraker.
What?
The Graveraker, you remember it, right? It was mentioned in passing, a couple of months back.
Yes, I do. But
The,
my
the
friends don't.
giant
Lightens
thing
in.
that was digging out
Oh!
the side of the hill.
The giant digging thing that disappeared?
Yes, that thing.
Oh, it's like,
Skyscraper
fuck, it's
digger?
back. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
The
what
bag
about
of
it?
288.
Terimor has had me working on it. Well, not me specifically. I had my doppelganger working on it.
Okay. Is she getting use it to wage war against the city?
That answers that.
Is it here?
Here?
Was it here?
Yeah, was it here?
I'm not 100% sure where it is. And that's the
Okay.
truth.
How are we? She's using it. She's looking to use it to wage war against the cities or not?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll be a card she has in her hand if she
Okay.
feels that she needs it.
How do we disable it? Take it down or take it over?
I know it is being powered by proteans. You'll have to get inside it.
Is it piloted
As far as I'm aware, yes.
or is it sentient? Okay, it's piloted.
I just sort of look
Is it-
around the area. What if we
is it-
just sick the kobolds?
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Like, is it still a machine? Like, can it be pulled apart?
Well, not to denigrate the kobolds' abilities at scrapping and salvaging, because they're damn good at it. A bonus for them was the fact that the machinery was not actually moving.
Understood.
Okay, so it's functional and armed.
Functional and armed, and I'm not sure what it's going to do.
Okay.
I pretty much rebuilt it so it'd be more military ready, or combat capable.
I assumed that you hoped to take it off of Terimor's hands before she was able to leverage it against you.
I was going to take control of it, but yes.
That's what okay.
How did you plan to do that? Was that a...
Well, the original plan was I was going to take over her body.
Okay.
Hmm.
Very good.
How well do you how did you expect that to work out? Or was that like a pipe dream?
Well, the idea was with chaos and the maelstrom flowing around in her head, if an axiomite was to take up residence there, it would cause her to explode. To put it bluntly.
You do like things or people that explode, don't you?
Like, there's
Okay.
definitely a thing there, yeah.
To be fair,
Do you have some things you need to talk about, or...
look,
Let's not taunt the guy who just spent 24 hours being slammed against a dimensional wall, please.
oh no, it was worse than being slammed against an interdimensional wall. I found the exit.
40 times.
No, I found it within a minute, and I thought it was a false exit. So I went back into the maze to look for the actual exit, only to find out when the dimensional lock was dropped, thank you for that the exit I originally found was the right one.
Oh, and you couldn't get back to it.
I'd like
It
to
took
point
me a
out
little
that...
while.
Wait, no, I probably shouldn't tell him that it was unintentional. It seems like a dumb idea.
No, like, yeah,
Let's pretend to be cool.
yeah.
It's worse because the maze was starting to shrink by the time I left.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright. Well, that was a lot of information. That was awesome, right, Nick?
Yes,
That was a lot
good.
of awesome, cool,
That's-
useful information.
It was.
Terimor
Thank you
and her staff and the digging robot.
Thanks for waiting to tell us until the world was collapsing. That's real fucking handy, mate.
Well, I was going to do all this myself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
understand
just-
that.
Absolutely amazing.
I can empathize. Like, you know, as long as he thinks he's the most capable party in the city, he doesn't want other people fucking up his plans. I can empathize, Reginald. I'm on your side a little bit here.
Also, servant of Nogaber, we keep our secrets.
Until it's worth it otherwise. Anyway, don't touch that with the...
No,
Alright,
that's
where are you heading?
That's a whole other argument.
He just waves and goes, "Look, I served Nogaber personally for many, many years. And as much as we're all about the secrets, some things it's just kind of a little wobbly, yeah?
Oh, surely an aspect of Norbert would be to maximize the impact of secrets. Keep a secret until it will do the most damage or the most good.
Exactly.
Or is Norbert literally just keep the secret? Because if all you ever do is keep a secret, that's pointless, right? Like,
Well-
you might as well not have known it.
What part of keeping a secret is holding a convention?
Okay, well, we can blame that on the dickhead, Father Blackfingers.
Reginald goes, "Look, I have been against the noxious retort being run by the Church of Nogaber for many, many
What
years."
part of keeping a secret is literally besieging a castle with your...
That was Talmor.
No, that was the stupid stat beast.
Under the orders of Talmor.
I don't believe that's correct. It was under the orders of of your god.
No, pretty much yes.
But that was to keep a secret, right?
That was to keep a greater secret. Reveal a small one to hide the greater one.
Okay, well that sounds very reasonable, Mr. Reginald, sir.
It can get annoying at times, I'm well aware. But the other aspects of the church are not my interest. But
Yes.
I do have a question, though.
Okay.
Have you spoken with the acting Primarch about the position of Spy Master?
We have! Yes! And we are pleased to offer it to you. Should you want it?
If I survive all this, I'll take it.
Okay!
If the city survives all
If
this,
the
it'll
city
be yours.
survives,
I'm sure you'll do a wonderful job. You want me to make a performance check for this shit?
If you want to.
Alright.
If you want
I'm-
to put his fears at ease.
I
I'm-
have every confidence in.
Wow.
think-
Deception.
Does deception no? Like, surely there's no way. Alright. I'll just give him a. It was your. Like, I'll make an impression or something. I don't know. Here's the plan. Yeah!
Hell
Yeah, no, that's all good.
There's
How the
just
fuck-
the absolute slyest high five between the two.
So, I can talk to the Axiomites, whatever assistance you require in the short term. I heard your message, by the way, so you don't need me to do that for you now.
Okay. Well, I think. I don't know. What do we want him to do? Do we want him to handle the Axiomites? Or. He doesn't really have a force to bring to bear anymore. We kind of transferred that to the kobolds.
I know.
The best he can probably do is keep the Axiomites out of our hair for a while extra, right?
That would probably be best, yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? If they could kind of focus on the whole portals to the chaos dimension and closing those,
Good idea.
that
Good
would be
idea.
real handy.
I can try to shift their attentions, but as soon as they find out that there are actually proteins on the material plane,
They'll be here, huh?
well, they'll
That's
want to
for
push
us
in.
to handle.
How destructive are axiomatic shock troops?
So, Axiomites themselves, you don't have to worry about. It's the inevitables.
Those are the shock troops, I assume.
They're constructs built by Axiomites to deal with extraplanar threats, particularly proteins.
You get a squad of those?
I,
Help us, Alice, maybe?
I don't have a squad of those. That wasn't my position here.
You know anybody who has a squad of those? Because they sound pretty cool.
They have,
No, that's
by
too much.
definition,
Gauntlets with
they
shiny
are
glowing
built with a
stones.
stick up their ass.
To put it bluntly,
Okay.
yes.
Alright,
And
well-
also they tend to be they don't care who gets in the way.
Okay, well, maybe not then. Alright, well, if you can keep the axiomites off our back for a while, that would be very appreciated.
Well, I think that's sorted. So, Dragon's Veil in like an hour and a half.
Correct.
Well, I will try to find my shoes then. Or
Did we leave any of the gang leaders alive?
you left them all alive. You managed to actually broker peace between the gang leaders.
Do we want to invite any of the gang leaders?
Some of those gang leaders when that big
Yeah, the thing came through. That's right. One of them did die. I don't remember who it
Yeah,
was.
Oh, you mean the 5 one? The 5 from no.
Mm.
And
The
a
Palace
couple of the
games,
other
yeah.
ones
They're
actually
fish, aren't they?
some of them went to ground after that hole went down.
Probably a better idea.
Crowbar knows anybody who might want to help out Absalom instead of looting.
Probably.
Right.
We can get the washboards and the
Clean
Or
sweeps.
at least
Table
street
sweepers.
sweepers and the washboard dogs. Yeah.
Crowbar
We
could
should probably also
mount
invite
a group of people to stop looters at the very least.
That
We should
sounds like
probably
an
also
excellent
invite
idea.
the druids.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna just make a list. Druids, washboard bugs,
Well, we kind
crowbar.
of, without asking, are having the meeting at the druid's place, so you know they'll be there regardless.
Okay.
Yes.
Druids, washboard dogs, crowbar. What were they called? The street sweepers?
The
Street
Diabil
sweepers and the washboard dogs.
the Diabil sweepers.
I'm calling them the street sweepers. Whatever you said was silly.
That's what they're named. I didn't name them. And everyone's like, yeah, sure, Matt, sure. But, considering we have hit 8 o'clock, we might take our 10-minute break here.
Mhm.
And then when we come back, we'll get back to the meeting.
Sounds good.
And hope nothing at all goes wrong while you're at the meeting whatsoever.
Thanks, Matt.
Yay!
You're welcome. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes. People are just going to grab a drink, stretch your legs, do all that other fun stuff. But we shall see you back in 10 minutes, and we might throw up a poll if we can think of something interesting. But until then, see you soon. And we're back with Agents of Edgewatch for Tabletop Obscura. How's everyone? Stretch the legs and everything else?
Very good.
Yeah, I see there's a growing list.
I found some shapes to fill my void from my disappointing burrito that I had earlier, or that I had half of earlier.
It sucks when they're disappointing.
Yeah.
But, unless someone wants to do something in the intervening time, we'll fast forward to the meeting.
Yeah. Let's do.
Well, for starters,
Although it
is anyone getting there early?
Well,
Oh,
we all kind
follow
of
one
live
then.
there, right? Like,
Pardon?
we all kind of live there, right? Oh, no. Are you talking about the meeting of the minds at the...
The Grand Hold in the park.
Okay, yep. Right. Yeah, probably. We're probably going to try and get there early.
More to the point, Quintus, news. You do see that, Maldwin's grave is still there.
Mm-hmm. Aww.
The bush that was once Blueberry has fully taken root, and although shakes a little bit when people go past, has blossomed and bloomed on its own accord.
There you go. That's cool.
And what you can only assume is a druid kind of comes by and goes, "It's the circle of life, unfortunately."
Yes, absolutely.
So, as I understand it, there's a meeting happening here.
I hope you don't feel ill of us just deeming this to be the meeting place, but we were sort of short for time and didn't really have the ability to double check. We figured you wouldn't mind.
We don't mind. To be frank, the Grand Holt was dying up until a short time ago, and as I understand it, you were responsible for it being saved.
Oh shit, we were, weren't we? Fuck, we do a lot
It's-
of good. We stopped
Its,
Madam Venom.
Root system was being poisoned. Yes.
Yes.
We've since seen to that and helped purify. We were at a loss to know what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Big old snake lady. Classic.
Last we were aware, before Maldwin's unfortunate passing, they were given some sort of vision of some sort of corruption or pollution that had taken root deep beneath Absalom.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like despite their not being able to assist you in this, you managed to fix it anyway.
And it would seem that the prophecy was a bit more literal than they had anticipated.
Indeed, but unfortunately, we may have dealt with the corruption below, and the druid kind of looks to the sky.
Mm-hmm. Yes, well, I think this one will take a bit from everyone.
I think we're all going to have to rally our forces to get through this.
Exactly.
A little bit of time passes and more people start to arrive.
Mm-hmm.
Roger in particular arrives with his carriage in tow. He's just brought the entire thing with him.
I probably brought a soapbox. Unless someone has, like, some cooler magical idea.
No, that seems like exactly demonstrative of the level of professionalism at play here.
Okay. Yeah.
It literally just has soap on the side of it as well.
Oh yeah, it's a soap brand soapbox.
Yeah. No,
Soap brand,
Soap
soap
brand
box.
soapbox. Well, that's
soap is
awesome.
in quotation marks.
Soap. Oh, I see.
Oh my god.
Where are that soap?
As Crowbar comes in, he takes like 2 looks at the box and just like looks at you. He goes, an eyebrow raised, like,
Yep.
Yeah, right. No, that's fine. This is fine. But no, Crowbar does arrive with a tray of what he claims are oysters.
Uh-huh.
yeah, go on.
There is a strange smell to them.
That's probably just the Warpwave.
Yeah, no, it's a sunny day and everything else like that. They're fine. They're fine. Just eat them
Always
today, yeah.
appreciated and always a pleasure. Crowbar.
Likewise.
Turns around, platter is now empty.
What's the from what you've managed to gather? What's the feeling on the street? Are people panicking? Are people freaking out? How is it going down?
Look, Quintus. There's a lot of people who are very scared,
Mm-hmm.
and there's the Grey Queen used to run a lot of the gangs in Absalom.
Mm-hmm.
And despite the fact that she has mostly abdicated her duties, she still has a lot of pull.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot more of the fringe gangs that were more about collecting power than actually helping out with the people, they've kind of gone over to her side, so it's not great.
Fallen back in line.
Oh.
Yep. Okay.
It doesn't help that there's rumors of body stealers and all sorts of weird and wonderful things. We're honestly not sure how to take a lot of it. But no, people are scared.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we figured that was going to be the case, but it's good to know.
The gangs will probably stay to their own places for the most part. There's a couple that will probably join forces with whatever fuckery is happening, and he gestures out into the city.
Mm-hmm.
But only time will tell on that one, sorry. But I did bring oysters.
That you did? Does he air quote when he says that?
He doesn't do the hand motion,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a definite tone to his voice.
Yeah, it's implied with his eyebrows. Got it.
Always.
Oh, crowbar. Some mothers do have them.
Oh, you got that right.
I suspect that those street gangs might sing a different tune once there's a protean smashing down their alleyways.
Oh no, definitely. And I talked to some of my family that I'm not too much in contact with, but this seemed like important. I've talked to them a little bit, and if things breach outside the city, the Centaurs will kind of do their best.
Okay. Thinking.
But that's if it breaches the walls of the city. But hopefully that won't happen. That's why we're all here, yeah?
And that's it.
Yeah. No, we're good. We'll be fine. You got this, don't you, Quintus? Quintus?
About, like, as someone who doesn't have an eye for numbers, how many
Yep.
people have gathered here?
There's about a dozen.
Okay. I'll look around quickly, just glance at everyone, I'll say, we've got this.
Nice. Natural born leader.
See, that was perfect.
How many people? Effect. Not that spell.
When the kobolds arrive, they arrive on vehicles,
god, what kind of vehicles?
Oh god, yes. This is the best part of my day.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
The main escort for them arrive on the wheel cycle things. So the big mechanical wheels that a rider sits in the middle of it and just kind of rides around in that.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, wait, I'll go get the image for it.
Like a velocipede or something like that, yeah.
Actually, yes, exactly a velocipede. I couldn't remember the name.
I've got a better thing.
God, I am nervous. As for
Are you gonna show
Keep
him
going,
one of the
keep
skate
going.
ones?
No.
No. Okay.
As for Rekarek himself, he arrives in what looks like a steel wagon, but they've armored up the underside of it as well and have replaced the wheels with something smaller. And they've just kind of placed this one singular tire, rubber seal around the wheels, kind of forming some sort of track or something like that. And he trundles up and kind of pops out of that hatch. It causes a bit of a stir with the druids when this thing kind of spewing smoke and gas into the air kind of parks on the grass and leaves a rather hefty trail. But he gets at it and goes, well, so we're bringing forces to bear?
Certainly the plan.
Well, the Rippleguard stand ready.
I bet they fucking do.
Excellent news.
Does it look
We
like
have
they
no
all
doubt.
have mithril or adamantium armor?
Well, not specifically all of them, but Rekarek's armor does seem to have improved recently.
Nice.
Since you're asking, Halcyon, I'll get you to do a crafting roll for me.
Sure. Wait. My token isn't on here.
I think
Go
you're
to the
all...
character sheet.
Oh, that's easy fixed.
Boop.
Because I think you're all still there.
That's terrible.
That is terrible. You don't want to reroll it?
Unless it yields some critical piece of information.
No.
Not really.
His armor does look somewhat unusual, but it mostly adheres to a breastplate type formation.
Nice.
The alternating panels of silver and black does suggest that he has implemented both the adamantium and the mithril into the design.
Sick.
Gravy. Escape and doom wheel.
I mean, I wasn't going to say anything, but he continues and goes, so what do you need from us?
It's a good question. There is likely to be an
A war.
untold number of proteans, and then possibly axiomounts fighting in the streets, house to house.
Okay.
We can't be everywhere. It would be nice if they caused the least amount of harm and destruction to the residents and city itself.
So you want us to start evacuating people to bunkers?
Yeah, that's probably a good start. And then if you hear of sightings, if you can get people to sort of keep an eye out, try and curtail and contain them.
Right. Well, he turns around and barks a couple of orders in Draconic to his underlings, and they immediately get on their velocipedes and take off.
Mm-hmm.
Movement should be happening within the hour.
Excellent.
We do have some submersibles in the bay,
Of course you
Of course they fucking do.
but unfortunately they're not big enough for evacuation, sorry. We do have a couple of boats, but that's about it.
What do we know about proteans in water? Team.
Most proteans can fly,
Okay.
so
So submersible's actually quite good.
yeah.
Boats probably not necessarily any better or worse.
But no, they're not afraid of running water or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Considering most of them live near the maelstrom, they're pretty fine with water.
Hmm.
Now, who's next? Well, Olo will show up,
Nice.
and sure enough, he'll show up with a selection of baked goods, kind of running the entire gauntlet of childhood favorites, including some fairy bread.
Oh. Yes.
Good old fairy bread. That thing that everyone else in the world's kind of like, what the hell? Why is this a thing?
In the first world, they just call that bread.
It's a bit rude, but you know, Absalom, Shadow Absalom, it's fine. We see how it is. But Ola says, so, what's the plan? We're looking down the Precipice District, but I mean, are we just, is that the job here? Are we just holding down, or are we mobilizing?
No idea. That will be discussed once we are all together.
Alright, well.
We have to trust in the acting primer.
He looks over to Winsel, and Winsel's actually talking to some of them, some of the other people attending. And he's like, well, kind of wish the chief was here for this, but, he's currently indisposed.
What do you mean?
Oh, he's seeing to the lockdown of the Precipice District. We got some Last World Crusaders that we're trying to convince to help us out on the whole thing. But
Did you know that proteans can actually raise undead, and they suddenly burst into action? Because that's what I would have done.
oh, that's actually a good idea. I might pass that on actually. Is it true? Not
Is
that
it
it
true?
matters to you. Not really. No. If proteans raise the dead, it's accidentally.
Whoops!
Understood.
Zombies.
Yeah, no, pretty much. You know, a Warpwave goes through a graveyard, and then all of a sudden the dead start getting up and dancing. As they are wont to
Oh,
do.
so that's how Thriller was filmed.
Warpwave.
Yep, they just kind of summoned a protein to the area and then just did a massive Warpwave. Sounds legit and perfect. But more people start arriving, and eventually most people are in attendance.
Nice.
The trivia group, most of the trivia group arrives, but looks kind of confused at their presence there.
Does Callum show up?
I was about to say, yes, Callum McAllister does actually show up.
Oh my
Sweet.
god.
And he shows up with a keg of ale, and everyone is ecstatic that someone actually brought beer.
Brilliant.
Nice. He helps the
What
whole.
a-
He helps.
What guy?
He helps all the disparate groups get together.
Yep. Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
Does
cool.
this mean we automatically win because we have a god on our side?
Well, he's not a god of winning, is he?
Mm,
Also, so do they.
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but we're better.
Our
Well,
god
So
is
now
god
that
of
we've got a
drink.
god and we're better, that means we win, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. He's not a god.
I don't think you understand what godhood means. It doesn't mean all powerful. It means like he could make us all drunk, make sure we have a good time while we're fighting.
Well,
He is doing that already.
he is
Oh my
He's not a
god,
war
the
god.
prophecies come true.
he is the god of drunken courage. Sorry,
Well, there you go.
Caden Colleen is the god of drunken courage. Callum
This
McAllister is
fellow
just
is
the
not.
guy who runs the trivia
Runs
nights.
trivia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to know an awful lot about everything. And
Everything.
See, that doesn't look like
Well, no,
Kate and
hang
Colleen
on.
at all.
Exactly. Hang on. To be clear, this is like Stephen Fry all over again. Kate and Colleen does not know much about everything. The people who write the trivia questions, on the other hand,
Yes.
it's the
Questions.
Nozoi. It's the Nozoi.
Questions written by Kate and Khalid.
No, it's the truth after all this time. Lenore writes the trivia questions. It
Oh,
doesn't tell
I
anyone.
see.
She just cheats then.
Whoa.
She's just a filthy fucking cheater.
How dare.
Mhm.
All right,
Makes
who
sense.
else? Who
On
else is
character.
here?
Pava does show up, but she's a little bit nervous about the whole thing.
Understandable.
Do we get a Grey Cloak representative?
It's not until the meeting is about to start when a Grey Cloak representative does actually show up.
Yay.
He's looking very haggard, like he's been running, and he is showing the signs of injury.
Oh. Like recent injury or old injury?
Recent injury, and as he arrives, a kind of silence falls over as he kind of stumbles to his knees, bracing his shoulder and kind of holding back a wound.
Hmm.
I shall go attend to him before anyone with their filthy magic does.
Okay, medicine check.
Did Mr. Twickenham show up?
No.
No?
he's nowhere to be fucking found.
Thought he would have been
Has
helpful.
he went missing a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay, that's
Just-
not good.
Just similarly when everyone else went missing
Yeah.
and everything went to shit, missing. So no one knows what happened to him. Biomedicine. That's chorus. Fucking hell. Getting to this is really difficult because I don't have a token on the big layer.
I mean, I'm looking at your token.
Oh, there it is. Wonderful.
Yeah,
Things
well,
easier.
it's-
I should have probably declared that I was going for a DC 30 check.
Yeah.
Because I wanted it to succeed.
Oh, that's fine.
But I do a DC 30. Yay.
Examining the wound, he looks like he's been attacked by an animal of some sort. Like it's a claw or bite or something to that effect. The skin, however, around the wound seems to be wiggling and moving on its own.
30.
That should have worked.
No. R slash instead of slash R.
Ah, so we were posting to Reddit instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does take you a little while, but you manage to kind of hold the skin together and stitch it.
Should have
And
taken me just an action, Matt.
This is a
Thematically,
little bit more evasive than that,
Sam.
Sam. As the skin is wiggling under your touch and doesn't want to be stitched together again.
That's so. Does he have any statuses that might be currently affecting him?
From your medicine check, yes. It's not so much the specific status, but you get the feeling, you know, he's been affected by a warp wave.
Any of those ones, let's just remove those.
In this case, it would probably be the sickened condition.
Nice.
But you kind of stitched the wound back together, and everyone's impressed. And the Grey Cloak, for his part, is very thankful. I'm so sorry. I was the only one who could get here.
What of everyone else here? What news?
What news?
Yeah.
Well, we're using the Starstone Citadel as a holding point. We've barricaded the entrances into the inner layer of the city, or into the inner layer. We're doing our best. Most of the churches have rallied around, but we've had to withdraw deeper into the center.
Okay. So, scroll. Where right? So the inner court of the Ascendant Court is,
Yeah.
is sort of where you had to draw the line.
Pretty much. Let's see if I can get the drawing app. Freehand. Do.
Yeah,
we're,
see.
we're not sure how long we're going to be able to hold it, though. We don't know why, but the Proteans seem very keen on the Starstone.
Oh, hell no.
Who else is here? Was there anyone else here that had big numbers that could help?
The big numbers? Who'd you
Oh
have?
god.
That represented big numbers.
Rippleguard's probably the ones with the biggest amount of numbers.
Yeah, but they're sort of like trying to see to the
Evacuation.
citizens of the entire city.
Okay, hear me out on my thinking here.
Uh-huh.
Adventuring parties. Get shit done.
Mm-hmm.
We send out an adventuring party.
Did you call for the Pathfinder Society?
Modders irregulars are essentially an adventuring party.
No, yeah, well, you're not wrong about that. And Trip is in... Because I'm guessing Chip was supposed to be Trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, that's my B.
No, that's all good. But yes, Trip and Charm and Adam, I believe his name was.
Yep, Sir Eisen on Kathy and the Jimmy.
Yes.
If they showed up, Crusher and Trevor, just for some muscle support.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, hell yeah. Add them to the allies list. I'll do it.
Yeah. What's their group's name? What's that party called?
The
The
Bouncers?
The muscle.
No, just
Yeah,
the muscle.
muscles.
Yeah. But yeah, they know a couple of gym bros that'll be happy to help.
Nice.
Hell yes.
Dude, we have a fucking army. Let's
Look,
go.
you have spent this entire campaign making friends, making connections with
Influencing
NPCs. And you know, all that has got to come to a head at some point, and we're better than that at this point.
Yeah.
Whilst we were away, probably would have been a better time.
Wow. So, Detective, you talk to your people and send them off to the Ascendant Court.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they will do their best. The Grey Cloak with them kind of warns them that there are a lot of proteins between here and there.
I turn to Orlo. Is the Oh no, we're probably not allowed to use that. Oh fuck it, who cares? Is the teleporting rings working currently?
Oh, excellent logistics. Well done.
Okay, so they were brought down, yeah? When everything went down.
Dang.
We can get them up and running again, though. If you're
Is the-
if you're certain this is protein and not something like the Shadow Absalom, like the rumors have been saying, then I don't see a reason to keep them offline.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Modders
it's
head
absolutely
just
not.
snaps around and just stares
It's
at
absolutely not. Yeah, it's absolutely not Shadow Absalom. This absolutely is a work of chaos, greater chaos.
Well, needless to say, we've been getting orders from on high to kind of track down anyone who's representing Shadow Absalom. That's been going on for at least the
Yes.
last week or so.
Disregard all of that. Terimor does not have the city's best wishes at heart.
Well, between you and me, the chief is from Shadow Absalom, so he's been disregarding a lot of it.
Good.
But Marta, your regulars are off to the Ascendant Court.
Mhm.
Graveraker and his crew are seeing to evacuations. So, whatever plans are we making?
Is the captain here? Keep captain?
It's a little
Or
bit
that, like,
odd with her.
undercover red dude that was hanging around with her or something.
You mentioned the commander, Acelia here, and Recorrect pulls out a stone and hands it to you.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm aware, she's waiting out in the bay.
Oh, I see. And this is
It can.
What?
It'll enable you to talk to her.
I pass it to Rose.
Okay.
Just hold it up to your ear. It should communicate to her, as far as I'm aware. When you went missing, it's how we did things. Rose, do you hold it up to your ear?
I do, absolutely.
You pull
Can
down
you
your
hear me
earlobe.
now?
No, I did not pull my headphones off.
Didn't pull them off this time? Alright. The commander's voice does come over the line, though, and goes, "Hello, Rose!
Hello.
I believe you're having some sort of meeting. Sorry I can't be there."
Very kind of you to say. We were hoping to get some assistance from you.
Well, what kind of assistance were you after?
Anything you could bring to bear.
Well, I have about a dozen ships at my command.
That would be pretty freaking incredible.
Are the docks
I don't-
compromised?
Just don't know.
Yet.
Not yet.
Look, I'm not here to give people orders, okay? I'm not good with plans. That's not what I do. I can gather people and make friends, but
Well, if you need us, then just call. You know, you shout into the stone or hold it to your ear or whatever.
okay.
Alright.
But
Hey, sorry, go ahead.
our support is mostly naval based, so as soon as we make landfall, we'll do our best to kind of breach further into the city. But we'll need support as we go through. We've been mostly internal affairs for a while now,
Mm-hmm.
so open warfare is a little bit out of our wheelhouse. But we are trained in naval maneuvers, so we will do our best to help. Detective, you were going to say something.
Hey, Lenore,
Yes.
what's our current money situation?
Not great. Well, money, not great.
It worries me
Treasure.
that you said it like that.
If you want treasure, we've got tons of it, but we haven't vendored stuff in a while.
How much we talking?
We have
About-
30k in
We have
gears.
we have about 11
Mhm.
11k ish in liquid. That's as far as I know. That's
Oof.
party funds plus Rose.
Couple
That's
of
still a
mithril
lot of
chunks
money.
there.
That is.
We have a crystal ball that I don't think we'll end up using.
Hey, that's my crystal ball. From that has sentimental value. Fuck off. Can't have it.
Can't have it?
This-
Alright.
This is just an idea,
Yeah.
and it might not be a good one.
Uh-oh.
What if we buy the token guard?
Heard that they were pretty.
I think
adept.
they're all protein lead now.
I want to admit to everybody, by the way, right now, I've looked up Mass Effect 3's and how it calculates armies, and I'm trying to assign every single party we have like a support or a value, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
So I'm very distracted, and I will stop doing this. I will do this once we're no longer playing. I'm
Yes.
That's probably a good idea.
Also, I'm planning on putting together troops to represent each of the groups in your allies list.
sorry. I would love to
Yay!
work. I would love to work with you on that.
Excellent.
Figuring out but I would have loved if we needed like a threshold, right? Like to have an even chance at taking the city, we needed like 3,000 points. You know what I mean? Worth of support, whether that be from like people keeping, whether that be from like either like building like safe houses, 200
Yep.
points, or like getting a message out to the city, that's 300. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you ever play Horde of the Red Dragon Queen? The victory point system?
I have not, but I am aware of what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, all right, keep going.
This
Right.
feels more like some sort of worker placement problem, where like there are 10 problems and we have 8 solutions, and we just got to figure out which ones are important
Which
to us.
solutions?
Like,
Yes.
And there are some problems that you're not aware of or haven't even
Yeah.
considered yet.
yeah, that are gonna come up later. It might be more pertinent to keep the Star Watch flotilla floating rather than get them to push through the ganglands of the docks. If that's not what they're good at. And maybe just like keep them close by. If things change, they can be a bit more reactive because they're on the sea.
No, that makes sense.
Okay.
And should anyone need a quick way out of the city,
Yes, that's also true.
You got boats. You got lots of
Yep.
boats.
Yeah.
We're calling them the flotilla, are we?
Yeah, I guess so.
We have a better name for what's that? We're talking to the commander of Star Watch right now, yes?
It's technically an armada.
Yeah, it is.
Decops.
We're calling it the Armada. Both
Yeah, that sounds
capitalized.
way more impressive than a flotilla.
As I understand it, a flotilla is more civilian or merchant vessels, whereas
Yeah,
an armada
I
is
think they-
specifically military.
Yeah, and I think they start strapping them together if it's a flotilla.
Right,
Yeah.
I'm calling Caden Celine support. Caden Clean is support class, as is Pava. Wait, is Pava likely to do any fighting?
Ooh, do you want to ask her?
Sure.
Um,
However, we have this thing that we're gonna try and get. So we have to go to some underground thing and rescue something, and it's gonna be heaps good at destroying some other thing. But
Okay.
eventually, we're gonna get this other thing, and it's like a rod, and it's got a gem at the top. Can you get your best hammer and put it on an anvil and just smash it? Like, I don't know how it works. Is that how it works,
That'll
Detective?
unleash a god. I don't think a hammer's gonna do it.
Pava, I'm sorry. I've misspoken. That's a bad plan.
okay, breaking, sundering cursed items? It depends on the cursed item.
I think it's big. Important.
Okay.
Very cursed. There we
Very cursed. Okay, well, if you know what it is, I can start doing research into it. Otherwise, if we're talking a hammer and anvil, she takes the hammer off of her, like, her tool belt
Mm-hmm.
and kind of holds it in front of her
Mm-hmm.
and then just kind of thrusts it down. And as she does, an anvil appears under it, covered in runes, and slams.
Oh my god.
Opera alone is like 10 points.
Yeah, that feels like, yeah.
I mean, it's been a while since I made a relic, but like, if you need,
So Pava, we're classing Pava as combat and... Okay, cool, thank you. Alright, I have the kobolds, I have the... No, hang on, wait. Keep going, sorry, ignore me.
if you need weapons temporarily aligned to the axiomatic, like to make them lawful, I can do that on a temporary basis. Anything more permanent, I'm gonna need a lot
Excellent
more
fucking idea.
materials.
This is gonna be a weird question, but if we find a relic, can you like put it in a weapon?
Like a
Yeah.
gun?
That's what we have to go get now, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I'm
what's-
thinking like if this radiant spark thing is just like, I don't know, a
Well,
thing. Put it
We've
in
got
your weapon.
a few people gathered here. Hey, does anyone know what the radiant spark is?
Roger kind of turns around
Fucking Roger.
Oh, fucking course.
with a piece of fairy bread in his mouth and his fox familiar pike at his heel.
It's called Fate, but okay.
Yeah. He walks over and goes, "Oh, Radiant Spark, yeah? Sorry." He swallows the food and goes, "Sorry, Radiant Spark, yes."
Sure it is.
angel enslaver, angel killer.
Oh.
Kind of. It's weird. It was originally used to bring angels under the control of one particular individual. His name escapes me
Right.
at the moment, but he brought... The original Radiant Siege that attacked Absalom was led by a rather evil individual who had enslaved a good couple of hundred angels, and he used the Radiant Spark to do it.
It
So
doesn't
what you're
sound
saying is,
like a
if,
good thing.
but if we get the Radiant Spark, suddenly we have an army of angels.
It's based on the will of who's wielding it. It manipulates divine energy.
Go on.
Well, it can tear the divine energy out of things, or it can place it in things.
There we go. Okay.
It is in itself a spark of the divine.
Mata's hand goes up. I call dibs.
So is it like
Whoa.
a set of tweezers?
I said dibs.
I-
Evil. You can't. You won't even be able to wield it.
It's a pyramid type thing. I've considered looking for it once or twice, but I figure it's best left buried.
Oh, you know where it is.
We know where it is.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want it, so don't worry about it.
Look, this is your rodeo, so I'm gonna leave it to you.
Oh.
But that thing is dangerous. And whatever is protecting it is probably also dangerous.
Yeah.
You're capable, don't get me wrong. I'm just warning you.
We
No
beat
one
up
of us-
like a... Wait, was I even there? Was I there for the thing from outer space? I think I was.
What?
We beat up some kind of space goo. This is probably nothing.
You mean the
The
you mean
armor
the
thing.
Demon? You mean the armor slime demon?
Yeah.
I think you were there. You almost
Yeah,
got eaten.
Yeah, you were almost
yeah,
eaten
no,
by
I
it.
was.
Yeah,
It was great.
yeah, no.
Hey,
God, we're
what?
doing all the club pullbacks. Is this a clipisode?
Yeah, pretty much.
Not exactly what I had planned, but it's all good. But look, that's the Radiant Spark. I'm more interested in what caused the Warpwave this morning.
The Rod of the Maelstrom.
Yeah,
The Scepter of the Maelstrom?
That's the one.
yeah. Bigger rod.
Or smaller. I'm really not sure which one's which.
Okay, so that's a problem in and of itself.
But the all spark will fix it. The whip spark. No, what's it called?
I like
The
the
Divine
old
Spark.
spark.
The divine
God,
spark.
I wish I had the old Spark. But no, the Radiant Spark.
Radiant spark.
Yeah, so I'll grab that and then
No. Wait.
But we
You're not
need it.
touching it.
We need it to do the thing.
Either Quintus or Halcyon can have it.
You trust
Oh, okay.
Halcyon over me?
Wow.
Quintus can have it. I don't. I trust. I know where Halcyon lives. I know what Halcyon loves.
Look,
Okay.
Look,
He loves all of you.
I get that I'm not, when it comes to divine powers, the most trustworthy. I admit that.
Okay.
But if it's
How many soul
dangerous,
gems?
Bless
How
you,
many soul
Quintus.
gems do you have?
one. But if it's
Okay.
dangerous, then we can't let Quintus have it because he's got like a family and shit.
I'll take it.
No.
Speaking of,
No. Just no.
You're the
I don't-
heart. You're the heart of the party.
I don't trust you with something that can fucking instill divinity in things.
No, we can't distill divinity. It rips divinity out of things.
He also said it instills divinity in things. I
Don't
don't
worry
trust you.
about that part.
Exactly.
To be
I'm
more
worried about
accurate,
that part.
it manipulates divine energy.
Okay, I don't. I don't.
It's
can't.
perfectly safe.
No.
Okay, no, the original plan was to use it on the Starstone.
For Nick?
No.
That is Nick's plan. Yes, that sounds exactly like something Nick.
Roger says the original plan with the Radiant Spark was to use it on the Starstone.
Okay,
But why?
To make it good or
But
bad?
you could
to
just
make
use
it
the
better or
Starstone.
break it?
To break it, to destroy it.
Oh, fuck that right off.
Roger just kind of
we
face
don't even have
palms
it in our
it.
hands yet. There's no point arguing over it because it's not ours yet.
Exactly.
Once it's ours, then I can steal it and not let you have it.
No. Listen, we'll be going there shortly, I assume, once we figure out the rest of this. So let's figure that out and get to work, because
Okay.
the longer we wait, the more problems this creates.
Okay.
That is absolutely correct.
Have I missed anybody on the list over there on the right?
Alright.
Just looking through that now.
Kobolds, Starwatch, Edgewatch, Rippleguard, Street. The street sweepers and the washboard dogs do not show up.
Okay.
Roger that.
I will edit them out. Alright.
And that's
You keep
largely
putting Caden
explained by-
Clean there. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, he's a support. Literally, we get +5 because he was at a gathering and he gives people hope.
But it's Callum McAllister. It's not Caden Colleen.
Okay.
Callum McAllister then.
Callum McAllister
Callum.
brings beer whenever we have a meetup. It makes more people come.
Yep. It's still
I mean, you're not
that's a
wrong about
blessing.
that.
Callum McAllister. It's light beer though. It's not enough to get completely fucking pissed on. All right. Have I missed anybody?
Okay,
Th-
I would
who's here?
argue, considering everything we've been through, that at least a representative from the Church of Nolgaba would have shown up to this.
Okay.
Well, you're not wrong
What-
about that.
How are they? All right. All
What,
right.
Reggie?
And they would
Are you
look-
counting Reggie?
No.
Reginald was there,
Wh-
right?
What do they? Oh, that's right. Fuck. Reginald needs to be on this list.
Sulking in the corner.
All right. What is the Church of Norgaber contributing to our effort, though? Are they support, which just means they're like either healing people or doing like lookouts, or what are they doing?
A rather large gentleman shows up.
Okay.
7 foot tall, kind of built like a quarterback.
Yeah. Don't say that. Quarterbacks are not built. Quarterbacks are the super skinny boys.
He's built like a gym
But
bro.
like a linebacker.
There you go. Bill's got it.
Like,
Keep going.
He's
Sorry.
big and he's tanky and he's in heavy armor, but he has a helmet under one of his arms.
Yep.
And he walks straight up to you, detective.
And punches you right in the face.
No.
Take that, you bitch.
So,
It was me all along.
JQs.
as he gets closer, detective, his face looks uncomfortable to him, like he's not used to having a face whatsoever.
Oh my god, is the stabbing beast here to take you up on the date? Let's go!
The voice that comes out is the same as the stabbing beast, though.
Oh, yes! Alright, I'm putting him under combat, yeah?
Did anything happen between you two?
No?
I mean, not yet. We haven't gone on a date yet.
Is this what this is?
Yes.
Also,
Well-
I don't think we're gonna tell you if we do. I don't think so. Turns to you,
Wouldn't-
detective.
Absolutely not. Don't be alarmed if I turn up wearing some kind of pyramid-shaped jewelry. It's a family tradition.
I mean, it's not, and you
Was
probably
that a
shouldn't do that with the
Yu-Gi-Oh
Radiant
reference?
Spark.
Okay. Okay, I thought that was a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. Sorry. Did your brain not go to Yu-Gi-Oh?
Duel.
No, I thought she was like gonna trap him inside a pyramid.
My deck has
Send him
no
to the Shadow
useless
Realm.
cards, Kaiba.
No, like Mokuba had the stabbing beast thing, whatever it was called, man-eating bug in his pyramid. Remember?
No.
Yeah.
I note that up on the lore, man.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I know Yugi had the pyramid.
I know enough to meme.
Yeah, I've seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. That's enough, isn't it?
Was it awesome?
You haven't watched it?
No.
It's actually
What?
pretty hilarious.
It's awesome, yeah.
I will go watch. All right. Okay. Well, the Church of Nuremberg has sent their representative. What is Reginald here for? What is Reginald offering to do? No. He's support because he's keeping the Axiomites from fucking demolishing half the city, right?
Yeah, no, pretty much.
Okay, labeling him as support.
Absolute support.
Okay, is that everybody? That feels like a lot of groups.
It is a fair few. As for Lighthouse...
Oh, the muscle. Oh, wait, Bill, what were they called? Last thing. What were they called, Bill?
The bouncers. The muscle.
But it's like trip and whatnot as well, right? Like it's effectively an adventuring party.
Effectively, yeah.
Oh, it's Crusher and what's his name?
Trevor.
Crusher and Trevor and
NPC names are important.
Trip and...
Charm.
Delight.
Adam.
Who?
Crusher, Trevor, Trip, and what was the last one?
Charm.
Jam, Adam, and Sir Eisen with Athena Jimmy, his
Yes.
Triceratops.
And Sir Eisen. Okay.
I hate you sometimes. I really do.
All right,
Why?
What are we sending them to do? Are they going to be a combat role, cutting a swath through the city, or are they going to go do?
They're currently
recon?
doing the
Ascendant Court.
issue.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they're going to be peacekeeping.
I think they're like crack squad, right? Like...
Adventuring Party 2.0.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put them under troops and support.
Electric
Is one of-
Boogaloo.
Is any of them clearly like a fightery type?
Sir Eisen's a paladin.
Yeah.
Okay. I will approach Sir Eisen.
Good heavens.
You gotta voice him, Nick?
Yeah, why not?
love it.
Wait,
Yeah.
hang on. Isn't Sir Eisen the guy that married the chick from the Temple of People being like...
Callistra. Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Yes, my wife Ezra.
Oh, okay. So these people are like
I remember.
ridiculously fancy.
Into some shit.
Yeah, they were. That's right.
Oh god, we're having fun. Sis, go ahead.
Yes,
Yeah,
what can I do for you, young man?
I just wanted to try and help you on your travels, and I was wondering if this might be of any help to you. And I draw the Holy
The
Avenger.
Holy Avenger. Oh my
I
god.
thought Chorus was using that.
No.
Are you sure that's a blade of legend?
It is.
I think it's actually
Your
quite
little-
common.
Your little friend is still singing about.
It is a blade of legend in a time of legendary need.
I will guard it with my life, champion.
Excellent.
Time to go listen to Sealed Vessel again.
Bestow it upon them, rest it upon their open palms. You know, travel well. May the blade cut true.
Something.
Is there an angelic choir when he hands it over? And if not, then Rose makes one.
No, look, once it's actually in a paladin's hands,
Mm-hmm.
there is an extra, like, a beam of light kind of just runs up the edge of the blade,
Mm-hmm.
and we kind of get one of those He-Man moments.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
By the power
So
of Grayskull.
he's on Kathy and Jimmy.
Yeah,
His sword arm outstretched.
Yeah,
Jack
okay.
is doing one of those horse moves, which is weird for a Triceratops.
yeah. Just kind of rears up
Thanks
on
for
its back legs for a couple of moments.
Thanks for that mental image. Yes.
Anytime, yeah.
All right, cool.
But the Holy Avenger does actually have more powers in the hands of a paladin,
Yeah.
so...
All right, troops and support, bro.
Alright.
I'm gonna play him again one day.
Look, he was a lot of fun. I just think he was in the wrong page.
Oh yeah. That game devolved into madness.
We don't talk about Extinction Curse. But...
Some say there's still a wolf that nobody's paying attention to.
Oh god, don't mention the wolf! Oh, there's an RPG horror story for you. But...
Anyway,
I think the last one to actually deal with is Lighthouse.
Okay, they do send a response.
They do send a response. They actually send some.
Okay, who is it?
A woman, plain clothes, elven features, Hey,
Uh-oh.
I love you, Nick. I love you so much.
Please
she-
continue. Please
It
continue.
actually is it was me all along. Damn it! And you've told them everything. Oh,
she does look middle-aged for an
Oh my
elf.
god, Bill, I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, literally, I've told them every single thing about our adventure the entire time. Alright, please continue.
She
She's plain
walks-
clothes.
Sunset?
That's me. How can I help?
Alexandra.
Oh my god, okay. I don't think we've ever met before, but I'm pleased to make your acquaintance.
Understand that it's an operating name, it's not my actual name.
Yes, but you are Alexandria of the Lighthouse, yes?
Yes.
Okay. We are preparing to mount the defense of Absalom, and we were wondering what the Lighthouse might be able to offer.
Well, unfortunately, the Warpwave kind of caught us off guard.
Okay.
This kind of is supposed to fall within our purview. We're working on sealing the breach now, and
Okay.
she gestures to the sky and goes, "We've already done what we can."
Okay. So
So
you'll be maintaining operations then?
we'll be doing our best to make sure the breach is as minimized as possible.
Okay.
But this
Can
wasn't a simple tear. This was an explosion.
Understood. Can you stop breaches appearing in some in some areas over others?
If you send me a priority targets, then yes.
Okay. Prioritize this quarter. And what else? Quintus? Marta? What else? If everything goes to shit, where are we sending people?
Probably towards the docks.
yeah, probably.
Okay,
If
alright.
if it goes
Because
completely
that way people
pear-shaped.
can get away.
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
our headquarters are there, so that will work well.
Okay. Alright, we'll prioritize both this district and the docks and keep at least people from portaling there so that people can get away if they need to. Alright, I'm adding the lighthouse to the list. Cool.
Something that you might not have considered. The Maelstrom breach.
Yes?
If you get a breach in the water, that could be disastrous.
Will
Like-
the
like
water
the-
flow into it?
Like the Azeroth incident. Yes, I've heard of this.
It's... Oh, damn it.
Go on.
Besmara makes her home on the Maelstrom. She sails
Yes.
it. So,
Okay.
if a way is made for her to breach into the material plane, she might take it.
Okay. Well, that's awful. Do you have any suggestions for how we could keep such things from happening?
We're gonna do our best to keep it sealed.
Okay. Do you need any support with that?
If something starts coming towards the docks to open the way, I don't know what they might try. Like, if they send a wizard or something, then try to stop them. Or let us know that they're on the way.
All right. Well, I will immediately communicate that to who are we gonna assign to guarding the dock. Assuming that if the city goes to shit, that we're telling everybody to fall back to the docks. I should stop. I adore this shit in Pathfinder, in like D&D games. like planning for a situation and then like seeing the results of those plans. If everybody else at the table isn't like a massive fan of this, we can skip, and I'm like,
Oh,
I'll be
it's
super
fine.
happy. Okay.
Alright, good.
All right. Who are we entrusting the docks to? 'Cause
Well-
if the docks are everything goes to shit point, are we gonna send the kobolds there? I thought we were gonna treat the kobolds as siege troops. For the
Crowbar's sort of saying that the docks even now are in like gang martial law.
okay.
And they're not. They're looking out for themselves, but they are looking out for themselves.
You can't exactly run a gang operation if there's no one there.
More to the point,
Yeah,
they'll side
like,
with whoever's
they're not
winning.
they're not going to steal and loot
Well, that's
their
one
own
thing.
turf. But yeah,
We could also send a few of the druids into the water.
that's not a bad idea.
Not a terrible idea, but fuck, I don't really want allies in the water. We've seen what's in there and it's hungry.
Well,
You
that's
also
what the
sent a
druids are
Kraken in
for.
there.
But the Kraken's unlikely to fuck us, though.
Mm.
Okay.
Can I ask a question of
We'll
the
banish that
lighthouse
fucking
lady?
Kraken.
Ask a question
yeah,
of...
yeah, of course.
The lighthouse lady?
Yeah.
Do you know where the roughly where all the rifts are?
Unfortunately, with the way that it's happening, most of them are kind of opening and closing.
So there is
there's no pattern or order to it. The focal point is the Aslanti Keep.
Is there a rift that's staying open above that?
It's not so much a rift that's staying open. It's a pressure is being applied from there. So as the pressure is being applied from there, other tears are opening up, and we're doing our best to keep them sealed. Or closing them as they open. As I speak, we have a group of casters at the top of the lighthouse, concentrating on making sure they keep things as sealed as possible. But as much dimensional locks as we throw down, they get broken.
Okay.
Did we accidentally go to the maelstrom at one stage?
Don't think so.
She says,
Oh,
yes,
that's right.
you did.
We had like a small vision, right?
Well, you tried to teleport in a weird situation, and it took you to the maelstrom very
For a little
briefly.
bit. Yeah. We sort of blinked in and blinked out.
My bad.
That's probably not something we could use again.
If you want to go to the maelstrom, that's something we could explore.
I was just thinking, if there's a hole above the keep, we could get in that way as a surprise tactic.
It's not.
So you're saying go to the maelstrom and then use that as
use it as a street, essentially.
Yeah, the teleport, like the shortcut, the back door, and then come out of the. Okay, you're playing some 4D chess there.
And hey, look, if you want to pursue that, speaking as the GM, if you want to do a sojourning through the Maelstrom for the Plains of Chaos in order to kind of attack from behind, I'm completely on board with that. You just gotta let me know.
21 intelligence, big brain, many wrinkles.
We're getting big brain in here.
So smooth.
But Alexandria says that is absolutely something that we can do.
Something to think on.
I don't recommend it, considering how things are at the moment.
We'll see how we go with task 1.
There's a lot of balls in the air. We know this. We're gonna do our best to make sure that they stay in the air. We're just hoping that all of you, and she focuses on you, Rose, can be there to catch the balls when they fall.
Understood.
Really? No one's gonna...
Nope, Rose.
Okay, cool. Go.
Yes.
Rose can juggle.
Badly. No, I can juggle, you know.
There's a feat for that.
Really?
Yeah. There's an entire
Oh, is it
archetype
like-
called Juggler.
Okay, you
You
can
just
hold
keep it-
three hands of stuff and
Yes,
Juggle with your feet.
literally, it's super
Yeah.
dumb. It's just like having, it's just basically quick draw, but with extra
With
steps.
extra steps.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sam.
And
Sounds
as you
like
level,
something that would
you
be
can
in
juggle
the
more.
Munchkin card game.
So it was introduced for Extinction Curse, which has the whole circus theme going on for the early books.
Oh, okay, right, yeah, that makes sense.
So they have a couple of circus performer-like archetypes. The juggler was probably the most fun one amongst them. But I think that's about it for most of them. I think that's everyone.
I think so.
Yeah, no. It is, however, at that point, a massive explosion rings out.
Oh no.
Son of a bitch.
This is an adventure. This is an adventure path. Things happen when things happen.
True.
Where's
Yes.
the explosion?
Was it close by or very far away?
Oh, it was very far away. But even from
Yeah, alright.
Is that the dig widget thing? No.
Oh, that's a large robot.
Ribbit.
Welp.
What looks
Oh,
like
the
in a previous life had it been a giant, what we would know as a giant excavator, has been altered, rebuilt, and reformed into a massive mechanical construct of destruction and violence.
Mm-hmm.
And as it rises up from the north side of the city, it starts to accelerate southwards.
Read the fucking room.
What do you mean, read the room?
Got enough going on, giant robot.
Some like 40k epic shit.
Yeah, no, pretty much. But even as it starts moving, there's distortions that appear around it, as if its very presence is actually tearing apart the fabric that holds the planes apart.
Okay.
I guess, do we fight that first?
This is when Roger kind of settles up and goes, so, I'm pretty sure that's the Graveraker.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh wow, yeah, thanks, Captain.
Thanks, Roger.
Thanks.
You're
for that.
welcome!
Roger or Reginald?
Roger.
Alright, Rose kind of just like cracks his knuckles. Time to get to work, yes?
This is when Rekarek kind of speaks up and goes, so, we might have been working on a solution for this.
Oh. I'm just gonna post this in chat real quick because that's very apropos of what I've given the kobolds their job of. You'll notice that everybody else has other jobs, and then the kobolds have troops and support and peacekeeping and siege, and their job is everything. Everybody else has jobs. The kobolds have everything. All right, tell us, what's your solution?
So you might not know this, but Absalom used to have a bunch of colossi, or constructs that used to guard their walls. But they've fallen into disrepair after various wars and things like that.
Do you have a Jaeger army?
We may have been restoring one of them.
Nick, did you have a hand in this?
I had nothing to do with this.
Or do you just have a really good friend who's going to satisfy your love for Becca?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Okay, to be fair, I want to see a giant fantasy mecha beat up a giant fantasy robot.
Mm-hmm.
Or excavator.
Are you turning us into the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
No, you're 17th level. I keep saying this, but it's not like I could just throw you up against some dudes.
Yes, you can.
Street thugs. 17th level street thugs.
Well, yeah, just make 17th level NPCs. That was always the most fun thing in the fucking world in Pathfinder. Oh my god.
So ridiculously overpowered and bullshit, right? Like
I'm a guy who just takes coins from people's wallets. I can stand toe to toe with a 17th level party. What the fuck?
Yeah. NPC levels,
I'm
bro.
adorned with relics and
Because you had to give him the items as well.
Yeah. All right. Where is it? Do you need us, or are we going to go for the spark?
Well,
Oh my god, you need two of us to pilot it, don't you?
no, look, we can probably pilot it. It's more a case of someone needs to go in there and disable it.
Oh, disable is a bigger one.
Yeah, disable the Graveraker.
Okay.
disable it how?
From the ground up, I assume. It's a robot, Quintus. It's not sentient. It's being piloted.
Reginald chooses this moment and goes, the Graveraker is being powered by a pair of proteins that have been bound inside.
Okay. Kill the proteins or banish them. Graveraker shuts down, yes?
Yes.
Okay. The entire city rumbles. What is it doing?
Takes another step.
Yeah, what is it doing? Is it like crushing houses and stuff, or is it
It's
moving towards
crushing.
us?
It's crushing houses.
Okay,
Motherfucking
well, the
metal
screaming
works.
starts.
There is
But it's
panic,
muffled because of the whole anti-scrying thing.
and also because, it's just a fair distance away. Wreck kind of pulls a bracelet off of his wrist and kind of goes, so,
Uh-huh.
who wants it?
What is it?
Well, it'll help you control the robot.
Wait, one of us is gonna control the robot? I was being facetious.
Well, the plan will be, as a group, you will control the robot.
Oh.
Oh. Well, this is... Okay.
Yeah. Chorus should hold onto it as a belt for the time being.
Nick, do you not want it? I'm okay with you calling dibs on this one.
No,
It's not-
I actually quite like the idea of Chorus wearing it as a belt.
Okay.
Wreck kind of
Okay.
shrugs and gives it to the little doll thing.
Alright, he ties it. Wear me like a... What's that old fucking book? Wear me like a... Something around your throat? Anyway.
Okay.
It's like an old novel, old gothic novel. Anyway, wear me like a... Something around your throat. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Alright, yeah, Chorus will climb up onto my shoulder and cinch the belt and salute.
Alright.
How good are you at illusions, Rose?
Really good. Well, actually, no, I'm terrible.
Ah,
Why?
whatever mech they're gonna show us, just turn it into a mech version for Chorus.
Oh, okay. I have project persona. I'm sure I can figure something out.
Wreck for his part goes, so I better assist with the evacuation of whatever it is in that path.
Awesome.
That would be, yeah, a good idea.
Mr. Beast, would you mind accompanying them?
Mr. Who?
Mr. Beast,
Stab.
he's a stabbing beast. I don't want to call him the stabbing. Mr. Stabby.
Stabbers.
Stabby.
Stab
March's
is fine.
boyfriend.
Okay, they're not dating yet.
Tabitha.
Stab. If you wouldn't mind accompanying the kobolds. No. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Tabitha, if you wouldn't mind accompanying the kobolds in case they get into any troubles, that'd be wonderful.
Rose, I think Stabitha is a pet name, and that's kind of inappropriate.
I fucking ignore you. I don't know. I didn't know who said it. Matt might have said it. Everyone was talking.
He goes, okay, one, probably shouldn't call me that, but I'll allow it considering the circumstances.
I was confused. I was bamboozled and quite frankly outsmarted.
But fine, I will assist the kobolds in this endeavor.
Alright.
With that, he kind of puts his helmet back on, and we
May the
see
luck
his...
of Absalon shine upon you.
Kind of just turns and looks at you, as his entire figure just starts going dark before it fades into shadow, just like, really?
Doesn't have to be light.
Stab some weird things for me. Woo!
Within the Precipice District, there is a old statue. It is known as Gulgamod, and it was one of the Colossi that originally protected the city.
Okay.
Since then, they've pretty much just kind of put some barricades around it, and it's mostly just a monument to times past. As you get closer, however, particularly as Chorus gets closer, the belt/bracelet starts to glow, and we see previously unseen runes and cogs start to move within Gulgamod. As it starts to right itself, the rust breaking off as it brings itself up from the ground. What was once a dilapidated and destroyed colossi is now fully functional and ready to rock. And with that, I'll call the session there.
Awesome.
Alright.
You don't have a token for our Colossi?
I do.
Oh,
So I got a friend of mine to make up a couple of monsters and tokens, and I think something's gone screw in the meantime.
Ah, beans.
I will have it ready by next week, though.
Yeah.
I actually think the token there is Galgamod, and I have a different picture for the Graveraker. Actually, there we go.
Oh,
That's not a thing. That's just part of a machine.
A little bit, yeah.
All right, good enough. I'll take it.
But
Bill, you got any idea what that is?
Round?
What?
I mean, it's not wrong.
What kind of thing needs both bidding and oh my god? I can't even imagine what the purpose of this machine is.
Probably some sort of drill. But
Drill?
with the defense of the city organized and all settled, and our players, our heroes, bringing all the various NPCs and friends that they have made since the very first book,
Yay!
getting them all together and all organized to help them save Absalom from destruction by the Grey Queen, the Herald of Mastama, Olanda Terimor. Our players have a couple of steps left before they actually take her on. First, taking on the Graveraker. Second, getting the Radiant Spark. But then, it is finished in the campaign. We will be starting Book 6, probably next week. But, if you want to see all that, you will have to come back next week, or, watch the VOD when it goes live at 6:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time on a Sunday. Otherwise, my name's Matthew. This has been Tabletop Obscura presents Agents of Edgewatch by Paizo Publishing for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Powered by Foundry VTT, because holy shit is it a great VTT for Pathfinder.
Oh my god.
What? It is!
It's so good. It is so good.
There is one other thing. I will post a thing on Twitter, but /Pathfinder 2E, the Reddit group, is having a beginner box day. I think they still have the registration open, so if you see this now or you see this in the next 24 hours or so and you are interested in trying Pathfinder 2 out with veteran GMs, unfortunately due to other commitments I can't be a part of it, but if you want to be there, you can sign up for it on the Reddit. Otherwise, I hope you have a good day, a good night, a good week, no matter where you are in the world, and remember, we are the storytellers.
Bye-bye!
Yay!
See, I helped with the cheer this time.